Guys, welcome to FlipCast episode 4 or 5. We got
Four,
Zach
maybe?
from Uchuu Shelf on, and I'm super
How's it
pumped
going?
because he is one of my.
Yeah.
You are my favorite person making YouTube videos right
Aw,
now. Like
thank
hands
you.
down. You are fucking hilarious.
You'd be surprised that I listened to your podcast with Alonzi, and that's the first time I've ever actually heard that. So
Really, that's the first. Dude,
yeah,
you are hilarious. Do you like try? Like, do you have like stuff
no,
like pre-written?
no.
Just that's
When
awesome.
I think it's like Alonzi says, like I guess I have like a British sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because when I moved to the UK, I find like a lot more people are laughing at what I say, and I'm not sure if it's because I'm being funny or if I'm saying something stupid.
I have the exact same problem, but
Yeah,
it's usually because I'm saying shit that's really stupid.
yeah. I figure it's usually that, so I just kind of
Well,
go with it.
I want to get something off the bat right away, and it's
Sure.
that you. Not a lot of people know this, but you used to write for Crunchyroll, and
I did
That's actually
many moons ago.
So before I even like really got into Black Clover, I remember reading a couple of your articles because I have the Crunchyroll app, like the news app on my phone, and when I put those two together, I was like, holy shit! So how did you get into that gig?
I had a like Uchuu Shelf used to be like a blog I used to write with like manga reviews and stuff. And one day Crunchyroll just put out this tweet. They were like, "Hey, we're looking for like people to write about anime and manga and stuff." So I threw them an email. I was like, "Hey, this is my blog." Like I honestly didn't think I was gonna get it because I didn't think my writing was all the greatest. And about a month later, I got like 4 emails from Crunchyroll like, "Here's your contract. Here's your like your pay stuff." Just all this. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
So
So yeah, it was
so
cool.
you did that for like what, like a year?
Just under a year. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like last year March till the end of the year or something like that.
Wow. So so like not a lot of people know this either, but you actually program, right?
I do. Yeah,
That's like your day-to-day job.
that's my day job. Yeah, I do web design and like developing websites and stuff for a day job.
And I think you were the main reason of the whole Manga Rock controversy. For real,
One of them.
because I
One of them.
I did not hear about that until you pointed it out.
Yeah.
Like I had Manga Rock on my phone. I mean, actually, let's actually get into scans because I actually want to talk because I'm kind of
Sure.
I'm kind of like I'm totally against piracy and paying. Well, I don't know how to word this because it's such. In some people's minds, it's a gray area, but in other people's minds, it's a very.
I feel like we
black or
probably
white
have.
issue.
I feel like we probably have the same opinion. I don't have a problem with scans, and admittedly, yeah, I use them. I use them if I have every intention of buying a series. Like I read Hiro Oku's Gigant recently.
Yeah.
His newest
How
series.
did you like that, by the way?
It's fucking weird, but it's so cool.
It's really weird.
It's like, okay, where's this going? And then like that like website or app or whatever starts happening, like those giant fucking god things, and I won't spoil it, but like when she goes into the one, and just fucking
Just gets
it's so weird, but it's like it's Hirooku, so it's like yeah, okay,
it's
going to be weird.
it's one of those series where I dropped because I was like,
Did you? Yeah,
I was like, I cannot stand what is happening because like I think personally, I think Gantz is a masterpiece.
yeah.
I think and I think Inuyashiki was pretty damn good as well.
It was good, yeah.
But I was like, oh sweet, he has a new work. I was reading it. I was like, what the fuck? A porn star?
Yeah.
Just like,
she
okay.
starts dating a high schooler. It's like, what the fuck? And then it's like, oh, by the way, she can become gigantic now. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, it feels like
takes a while to get to like what Hirooku kind of starts doing. Like, there's a lot of sci-fi stuff to it. It does get really cool.
Oh yeah,
and it's fucking violent. Like it's like I mean, all this stuff is violent, but this one is like Gantz level, I think.
Didn't Kodansha license it?
7 Seas did, actually, weirdly enough. Yeah.
That seems like a 7 Seas style. But like, I have a feeling that a lot of people are not gonna mess with it.
It's like I'm going to like obviously review it on my channel, and it's gonna be the one where I'm gonna have to be like, you're gonna have to wait till volume 3 before this gets any fucking good. So just like stick with it.
And as someone who read the scans every single month, or I think it's monthly, right?
Yeah, it's a monthly series.
I was like, where the fuck is this going? So I dropped it for a little bit, and then came back, and I was like,
you still don't know.
I was like, oh, okay, I kind of get it. It's like Gantz 1.5.
Yeah,
it's
just with a giant naked girl.
Which is fine.
Kind of, yeah, it's not bad.
So Zach, how did you end up in the UK? And why?
Actually, I met my fiance online.
Awesome.
Weirdly enough, in a anime and manga Facebook group.
That's awesome. That's
so,
awesome.
so we were just talking one day, and then she's like, "You want to Skype?" And I was like, "Yeah." And we Skyped for like 10 hours that night.
Holy
and then
shit.
we got off, and we didn't talk for like a day. And then we both kind of messaged each other at the same time, and like, there's kind of something here, isn't there? So we went with it for a while, not really knowing where it would end up. And then I think 4 months after we started like dating, I went to go visit her, and it was like I had known her my whole life. So we were in kind of like a long distance thing for about 6.5 years.
Oh wow.
But I mean, she would come visit me like twice a year, and I'd come visit her for like Christmas. And then basically I found out that I, like 6.5 years into this relationship, that I was a British citizen because my mom's from the UK.
That's awesome.
And I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently when you have a parent who lives in the UK, if you're born in like certain countries, they pass down their citizenship to you. So all I had to literally do was apply for a passport. I just walked in here and nobody said a thing.
That's awesome,
So,
dude.
yeah, so I've just been here since last June, and yeah, it's pretty good.
So 6.5 years, that's a long time.
It was long, very long.
When are you guys gonna tie the knot?
Eventually, when we have more money, I guess.
Dude, marriage is I mean, kind of like me and my wife, very similar thing. We met, and then instead of talking, like instead of Skyping for 10 hours, we literally drove around for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Like we ended up in like fucking Chicago, Kankakee. Like we just drove all over, and just talking about just normal stuff. And it felt like like this was my best friend for my whole life. And dude, that's awesome that you guys met in a Facebook group for anime and manga.
Our first like date was we watched like the first half of Evangelion,
which
together.
is a really bad first date in my opinion.
It was, yeah.
Because I tried to get my wife to watch so I watched Evangelion recently, and then last week I watched all 3 rebuild films over the course of 2 days.
Yeah, okay, we gotta talk about the third one at some point then.
Yeah, and then in 2.2, where he's murdering what's her name? I'm blanking right now.
Blue hair or red hair?
Red hair.
Asuka,
yeah, he's murdering Asuka, but he doesn't want to in the screen and stuff. My wife was like, "This is really not making me feel comfortable right now." I was like, "All right."
You could show her end of Evangelion; she might like that a little bit more.
I don't think she will like that. My wife is very like it's like so funny because my wife did not like, she thought anime was hentai. Like when we met, and she's like, "What are your hobbies?" And I was like, "Oh, I like anime." And she's like,
"Oh,
really?"
So you're one of those perverts."
Yeah, that's exactly what she thought. And actually, the first time I ever saw her, I was at the gym, and my friend, and like during cardio, my friend and I would watch anime, and he's like, "You gotta watch Kaijo." And I was like, "I'm not watching it." So you
is that the one where they like smash each other with like their asses?
It's just sumo wrestling with their tits and ass. And I remember watching it and then looking at my now wife is walking by, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, that girl probably thinks I'm a weirdo," because she can see it plain as day just on my screen. And
no shame watching Keijo in the gym. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna marry that guy."
But like now she loves Little Witch Academia. Like I think that's her overall favorite anime. We've watched. I tried to get her to watch Godzilla King of the Monsters, and she thought it was she's like, "This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen." So she doesn't like that stuff.
She doesn't like Godzilla.
No, she doesn't like tokusatsu at all. Like I tried to watch like Super Sentai or Kamen Rider with her, and she's like, "This is dumb," which it is. Like I'm not gonna argue with her.
Yeah, it's dumb in a good way though.
So what was the thing that got you to talk to your now fiance? Like was she like, "Oh, I love Studio Trigger"?
No, it was so we both had like a mutual friend in that same anime group that we both knew in person.
Oh wow.
So I was like chatting to her, and I was like the friend, and I was like, "Hey, this like just off the cuff, I was like, this Chantel girl's really cute." And within a minute of me saying that, she added me to Facebook.
So that friend was.
And then she just started messaging me. She's like, "Hi, so what anime do you like?" It's like, Evangelion. She's like, oh, let's watch Evangelion. Let's watch Evangelion. I was like, well, I'll have to download it first. And she's like, no, I've got a link for it. And then she gave me a link, and then I downloaded it, and then yeah, we talked for 10 hours, and we didn't watch it that night, but I think it was like a week later we watched it.
And the rest is history.
And the rest is history. Yeah.
Now you're living in the UK. That's awesome, dude. So
it is.
So how's life? So is it any different from going from Canada to UK?
It's a little different. Like the way I look at it is like Canada is like a mix between the US and the UK a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's really, unless you're like really looking at it, because I've driven to gone to Michigan and stuff. I haven't done a whole lot of like US traveling.
Yeah, you're from Toronto,
Ontario.
Right? Ontario.
Yeah, just around Toronto. Yeah, so I'm like
that's like
3 hours away.
8.5 hour drive from where I live.
Yeah, it's not a long drive.
It's not far at all. I've been contemplating going up just to eat at Matty Matheson's pizza place.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I haven't heard of that, but
he's this big guy. He's a chef, and he's huge, just larger than life. He's got tattoos head to toe. He's on Vice. Yeah. He's hilarious. But anyway,
okay.
sorry.
I forgot what I was even talking about. Oh yeah, Canada and yeah. I mean, the real big difference I think between Canada and the UK is just really the side of the road you drive on. Yeah. Because we both have the Queen in our money. Everyone's kind of like polite. Everyone's also an asshole at the same time. What's that?
I didn't know that Canada had the Queen in their money.
Oh yeah. We're still part of like the British Commonwealth, so I think we legally have to have the Queen on our money.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
The only other money I've ever seen is euros and lira, but that's
I've never seen euros, but surprisingly, actually, it's definitely. I wonder if I have any. No, I don't, because I traded all in.
My friend so I had some friends from Vancouver come and stay with me one year, and your like $100 bills smell like maple syrup.
Yeah, it's like, weird. I don't know if it like actually does, or that's just like a meme or something. I've never had a $100 bill to test it. But...
I thought that was a meme, and then they brought one. I smelled it. And I was like, "What the fuck? Like that actually smells like maple syrup."
Such a Canadian thing. Like, of course they would do that.
You guys, do you want to talk about Justin Trudeau? I'm just kidding. Let's gloss over that.
What the like? There's like the worst time for that shit to come out than like an impending election. Like the election's next month. He's not gonna win.
I don't know, man.
Mind you, the conservative candidate is a fucking idiot as well. So it's really up in the air. Yeah, it can go either way.
Like the first time I was like, he made a mistake. You know, and the picture is black and white.
One comes out.
The picture is black and white, so I was like, "Oh, that's from like the '80s." Like, you know,
it could just be the lighting.
Yeah, and then the second and third one came out, and then I read it was in 2001, and I was like, "Yo, yikes, Justin, yikes!"
Yeah,
that's a big no from me, man.
I wonder how long, like I'm assuming it's the Conservative Party who leaked it. I wonder how long they've been sitting on that for.
I just
like let's hold it till election day.
I just hope you guys don't have a conservative like we do in the States. And like that's the thing is like politics is such a like I'm not a very political guy.
I try not to be, but I tend to be.
Yeah, exactly. I try not to be, but I get too worked up about stuff.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I just want people to like feel welcomed and feel like loved and like no matter who they are. And when someone's ideology doesn't align with that, like which I think is like a core value, like it doesn't matter like what your sexual orientation, color of your skin, what you believe in. I think we're all human at the end of the day. And when someone's ideology like starts to exclude some of those people from the conversation, that's when I'm like, I can't. I mean,
you can't just stay quiet. You have to.
I don't like talking about politics on my YouTube channel, but I'm having Zach Bershey on.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's
next
a good guy.
week, and we're gonna be talking. I'm probably gonna ask him a couple questions about the whole Vic situation, just because I feel like I have to.
I've got kind of a Vic story, but I don't want to like. It's not like about me, so I don't know if I should say anything. But
dude, people were like, I don't know. After that whole trial that happened recently, his fan base is just grasping at straws to like.
I saw a tweet that was like, "Oh, I guess we can't trust the courts. We'll only be able to trust guns." And I was like, "Holy fucking Christ! Like, come on! It's fucking anime. It's dubbed. Not that I have a problem with dubbed anime, but it's dubbed anime."
Yeah, but Dragon Ball's one of the best dubbed anime, though.
Yeah.
Have you heard Goku's Japanese voice? It's
I have,
not.
unfortunately.
It's not very good. Yeah, but I mean, dude, it just sucks because I don't know that whole situation just fucking.
I feel for his fans, like, like, not that they. How do I word this without sounding like an asshole?
They're kind of, I don't know, they're blinded,
Yeah,
Like, they just...
I mean, it's tough to like idolize someone and then that person comes out to be an asshole. Like I was like really into Louis C.K. and then he started jerking off in front of everybody. So it's like how do you separate? Because I tried recently to go back and watch his show, like Louis.
Yeah.
And all I could see was like just him jerking off in front of like all these women. I was like,
dude, and like what bothers me most is like when people try to like rationalize that type of behavior.
Yeah.
Especially like when like the whole like the whole Weinstein thing was happening.
Yeah.
Like I heard people go, yeah, but like he didn't rape him, I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, dude.
Just think about what you said there for a second.
This is, oh man, dude, this, especially as a husband and a dad now.
Yeah.
That shit, like, that stuff really makes me upset. So when people are just like nonchalantly like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, it's whatever. It's like,
yeah, I mean, I don't even have a kid, but that would piss me off. Like,
dude, having a kid is a lot of fun, but it's a lot.
Is it?
Oh, it's so much fun. Especially, my wife's a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
And she's very hands-on with our daughter, and man, dude, my kid's so smart, but she's such a daddy's girl, and we went from being on break, so like I got to see her every day for 2 weeks, and then now that I'm not home as much, when I leave, she has like a meltdown. She can't, she cries, and that is the hardest thing.
Yeah, that's got to be heartbreaking.
Working so much, and then not being able to spend as much time with her. But yeah, she woke me up at like 7 in the morning today. She decided to lay on my head and give me a kiss.
As kids do.
Yeah. And I cannot wait till she's like, I don't know, like 15, like when she like loves sleeping. And I'm just going to come in and I'm just going to lay on top of her and just be like, yo, what's up, dude? Let's go.
It's 4 in the morning.
She'd be like, Dad, what's wrong with you? I'm like, come on, let's watch anime. I actually watched Akira with her. Oh, do you hear?
Yeah. She wants to come in.
She does. She actually, Justin Savakis at the end of the podcast, when we were, she's actually jiggling the door handle. At the end of the podcast, me and him talked for like another 45 minutes off air.
Yeah. And
she came in and I think she gave him a smile. But my daughter's got RBF, dude. She mean mugs everybody. It was her cousin's birthday. Her cousin turned 1, and they're in a pool together. And the 2 other babies that are cousins are smiling and having a great time, and my kid is just sitting there like, just pissed off. But let's get back into anime and manga. So I don't know how it was in Canada, but we had Toon Nami, and that
what did we have? We had a channel called YTV, which was like kind of Cartoon Network, but like not really. And then we had a bunch of different like programming things. Like it always changed because like that channel always like changed hands, like whoever owned it. We had one anime block where it was like Naruto, then Bleach, whatever, then Eureka 7.
Yeah.
I remember this is when I like got into Mecha because it was like Eureka 7, Escaflowne, and Gundam Seed.
That's a good block.
It was a good block, yeah.
That's a really good block.
And Dot Hack was on as well.
I fucking love Dot Hack.
I love Dot Hack. A lot of people hate it, but it's
I'm so glad that they remastered the first 3 games on PS4. Yeah, Dot Hack.
Got that.
It's so good. And then they had like a 4th like mini game in there.
Yeah.
It's good. I think that's the first isekai that like I remember getting big.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, well, Escaflowne, I guess you can count as an isekai. But I know you mean like a internet game, like MMO kind of thing.
Like I remember kids in junior high playing Dot Hack that like you wouldn't think like JRPGs. Like that was like kind of like a big thing here. It was like Dot Hack was kind of like got bigger.
Yeah, Dot Hack like really took off back in the day, didn't it? Yeah.
Oh, it was huge, and man, I can't believe Tokyo. I saw your Dot Hack manga, and I think I'm gonna pick those up.
They're good. They're not like great, but it was like I only bought it because it was like the first manga I ever bought. And
really?
yeah, I bought it. I remember seeing, because this was when I was like really getting into anime. Like I was like kind of into it, and then I like watched Naruto, and I was like super into anime. And then I went to go see Howl's Moving Castle in theaters, and I knew there was a comic store next door. So I went there, and I was like, "What can I buy? What can I buy?" And I'm like reading through everything, and like at the time, I was like really into MMOs, so I was like playing World of Warcraft and like Maple Story and shit like
Maple
that.
Story.
Yeah. So I was like, this one sounds cool, so I bought them, and yeah, they were cool. And then there was Dot Hack Sign on TV, and then I watched that, and then after Dot Hack Sign was Escaflowne, and after that was Gundam Seed, and it was pretty much took off from there. So,
what's your favorite mech-based show of all time? What's your favorite mech?
Even easier question.
I think mine is the Anubis from Zone of the Enders. I just fucking love.
That's a good one.
I
like Enki Dude from Gurren Lagann.
Yeah.
Viral's mech is cool.
Did you see Pro Mare?
No, it's not playing anywhere in the UK yet.
There's
I'm gonna have to wait. It looks fucking sweet though.
I'm not gonna spoil, but there is a callback to Gurren in that, and it's like it's so obvious. Actually, there's a callback to Darling and the Franxx in that too. I actually like, dude. Darling in the Franxx was one of the only anime that I was like watching every week. And then at the end, like, and I had a friend who was watching it every week as well. And I go, they're gonna go to space at some point. It's just like
it's Trigger and Gynax.
It's a joke.
How it goes.
It's just they're gonna go to space, and then I didn't realize that they were gonna go to space on episode 23 of 25 episodes, and I was like,
yeah, they went to space and introduced the actual bad guy 2 episodes before the series ended.
Man, dude, and
as they do.
02 just turns into a giant like centaur, pretty much centaur robot.
Yeah. And oh man, dude, that fucking show made me so mad. But I loved it at the same time. I still have.
It was such a really obvious like Gynax Trigger show, because it's like they get to the point where what's her face has the kid, and it's like, oh, okay, here we go.
That was kind of a weird. That was kind of weird. Where like the only way to be right, to be normal, is to have a kid.
Yeah,
I was like,
a lot of people didn't like that.
I did not like that either. I was like, I'm like, yeah, you know, being a parent's cool, but nah.
So a lot of people at I can't say a lot about Crunchyroll because I signed an NDA, but a lot of people at Crunchyroll, like, we were writing about Darling and the Franxx, but then we were also kind of like shit talking it every week. So it was like, yeah, this is the greatest show in the world, and then like outside of the articles, it's like, fuck, this is such a dumpster fire.
Why did you stop writing for Crunchyroll?
I'd be very careful with how I word this. It did not end well.
Really?
I can tell you after the podcast, because I think if I say it, it's kind of breaking NDA. But story,
we can talk off air.
Yeah, the long story is
it feels like every time I have a guest on, we talk off air about some serious shit. Like, Justin showed me some stuff off air, and I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa.
The Cliff Notes version of it is they misunderstood a tweet they thought was directed at them, and then decided not. I'll just leave it at that. But it was basically a situation that could have been solved with an email, and I'm still a little pissed off about it. But
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You have an Evangelion tattoo.
I do,
and I've been wanting to get it a fucking Evangelion.
That's my first tattoo, actually.
And then is that Poon Poon right below?
It is.
Man, that's just a depressing ass arm, dude. That's a depressing ass arm. So, are you someone that suffers from depression?
Yeah. Really bad. Oh yeah. I
do too, and
it sucks.
It sucks, and I don't know. I just don't talk about it with someone, but I don't know what it is. But I've always felt like you are my Canadian kindred spirit, because like we have so much in common, and I can tell. I'm like, I feel like this dude has the same problems as like I do, because like I try to be as boisterous as possible. I try to be over the top, even though I kind of want to reel that back, because I don't want to be known as like the crazy over the top guy in this little group. So I've been doing the FlipCast as like a more serious conversation, but still having fun. And but yeah, dude, depression is a bitch. Like, I remember, like I went from being 340 pounds and I lost all that weight, and instead of like going to parties and hanging out, I would just drive around the countryside and just like in total silence, just like I didn't want to go home, but I didn't want to like go do anything. I just wanted to be existing, I guess. But like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
And there was times where like I would be at the pizza place, you know, and I would like be closing up shop, and I would just sit there. Like everyone would be gone. It'd just be me. It'd be like 3 a.m. And I'd just be sitting there like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to like.
Yeah, I know what you
do
mean.
anything. But then
Like,
my wife makes me makes me really happy, and the kid does. But I still get it from time to time, and
it doesn't go away. Like,
no,
I've like I pushed off like addressing it for so long, and I only started seeing a therapist about shit like a week ago. Like,
how's that going?
Like, it's all right.
I think I've been telling my wife I think I need to go and see one. So
I think I don't know. I'm not. I think I might be having the wrong kind of expectation for it, because I get that you have to put the work in, but I don't feel like I've had like the chance to kind of like I guess explode and just talk about shit.
Yeah.
Which I should address with her, I guess, but yeah, got like a good 18 years of shit to unpack, so it's gonna take more. I'm 28.
Oh yeah, so we're about the same age.
Yeah. What's your birthday?
27. January 29th, 92.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm older. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just
April 14. Yeah.
Yeah. So like we grew up in the same generation.
Yep.
Know? And it feels like mental health was just skipped over us. I feel like the generation below us is going to be pretty all right because it's more open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's not a lot of people around our age that talk about it. And a lot, you see people like being really supportive of mental health on Twitter, are just like 5, 6, 7, 8 years younger than us.
Yeah.
Like,
but like just like our group, especially as men, I feel like it's just like completely like forced on us like, hey, don't express how you feel.
Yeah, men get to have two emotions, being horny and being angry.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And luckily my parents were pretty so like both my parents have like that immigrant mentality where like
sure, like
depression. You know what depression is?
Have a snack and go for a walk. You'll be fine.
I hate being like worked on like at the dentist or anything. And I was like, man, I'm really nervous about this. And my dad's like, I had 4 wisdom teeth out and I went back to work right after. And I was like, okay. I'm like, damn, this isn't a competition.
My dad's the same way. Yeah.
Like, it's not a competition, bro, but awesome.
I remember like I first told my parents like I was like having problems with anxiety and stuff. And my mom wasn't really like, she didn't know to kind of like keep it private. So she's like obviously telling everybody she knows. And I was in the car when she
makes it worse.
Yeah, it was like, okay, yeah, this is making me more anxious, right? So she's in the car with my grandma and telling her all this stuff, and I'm sitting there in the back like too anxious and just to like start saying anything. And my nana's an immigrant, like she came from Wales to Canada, and the first thing out of her mouth is, "Just take an Advil."
The cure-all.
I'm like, if only it was that simple. Like, come on.
You know, my grandparents were immigrants from Sicily, and and like this is just like how my mom was raised. Like, you know, like she snuck out when she was like 12 and to ride her bike, not to do anything bad, and she got hit by a car, and she hurried up, and her parents owned a restaurant in that town, so my mom hurried up and rode her bike home and went upstairs because they used to live above the pizza place.
Yeah.
And the phone rings upstairs, and it's my mom's sister. She's like, hey, that lady who hit you with her car is downstairs talking to dad. And so she goes downstairs, and my grandfather in broken English goes, this lady hit you with the car? And my mom goes, yeah. And my grandfather bitch slapped my mom because she wasn't supposed to be out. So like,
how dare you get hit by a car?
So that's the type of like environment my mom grew up in. So I kind of give her some slack when I'm like, man, I'm depressed, and she's like, you know,
why?
Yeah, why? Work more. I'm like,
work more.
I'm like, that's
gotta focus on your work, son.
Go make pizzas. It'll cheer you up.
Just got like sad faces in the pepperoni.
Oh, dude, sometimes I'll make like a light pentagram just to like if I know the person is like semi fucking religious, I'll just be like,
Yeah.
just a light pentagram on the pizza. Just like you can't notice it, but if you know it's there, you're like, oh, what?
Just do a little. You see like rosary beads. Just put "Hail Satan" in like the olives or whatever.
we have this waitress named Kristen, and she's
Yeah.
super religious, but she's not like, she still like loves gay people, so she's not like a hateful religious person.
Yeah.
She uses it as like a way to cope with, you know, like the bad stuff in life, which is fine. But I'll fuck with her and I'll be like, hello, Kristen, I'm Lucifer, and she gets so mad. Flame out! Ah! Or you know the band Ghost?
Yeah.
They have a new song called "Kiss the Go-Go," and the middle of the song is Satan, Lucifer. Like it's so I play the song for her, and the first half she's like, this sounds so 80s, and she's like into it, and then when that came on she was like ah! Just freaked out. I fuck That's with great. Everyone. I fuck with everyone that works at the restaurant all the time. You kind of have to, because we have like five people that work for us, and you see them every day, so it becomes like a family.
Yeah.
Like I'm at the restaurant more than I am with my wife and kids. So like you gotta have.
That's gotta be rough. Yeah.
It's rough, man. It sucks, but it's what.
It's gotta be fun making pizza though.
It's growing up, I was like, I don't want to fucking do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this because I was forced to do it. You know, I was like, I don't want to do this shit. This sucks. And then I went to college for 4 years. I switched my major twice. I was going for programming originally, and then I switched to journalism. And then
okay, cool.
And then my cousin passed away, and I was getting ready to like move for college. I was like gonna move, but my cousin was 5, and I'm like really close to my family, like super tight. Like every Monday and Tuesday, it used to be we're at my grandmother's house. All 22 of us would get together and just have dinner, and that's just like a cultural thing. So, my cousin died at 5 from a tick. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, from a tick bite, and I chose to stay home to spend time with the family than go to college. And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna make pizzas. This place is already like, if I make it a 73, I'll see the first Flippos turn 100. So like, like I already have like, it's kind of like it's, you know, my parents' restaurant, the one I'm taking over, is it'll be 30 next year. 30 years that they've been open.
Oh wow.
So you know, the business is already established. It's got my name on it. So
has it always been called that, or
so a cultural thing is you name your firstborn son and daughter after your mom and dad. So there's 5 Filippos in my family.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if that was like you're like Filippo Jr. or something like that.
So like the only 2 of us. Well, my grandfather is Filippo, and then I get called Filippo, and then my cousin, who's 2 months older than me, he gets called Philip. The middleest Filippo gets called Nino because his middle name is Antonino, and then the baby Filippo, he's 5 or 6 now. We always call him Philippe.
Okay.
So everyone's got different nicknames, but at Christmas it is a little hard when you're like, this box says Filippo, and then you open it and you're like, I didn't order a coffee pot. Like I didn't want a coffee pot. It's like, oh, it's for the older one. Oh, okay.
The 5-year-old gets like some hentai shit, like VHS. What? This is making me feel weird, but thanks, Santa.
I just watched my first 2 hentais recently.
What'd you watch?
Bible Black.
Ooh, fuck. That's a good first one.
Which was I think that's the funniest comedy I've ever watched.
It's funny, yeah, but it's
and then I watched Guy Double Target, which was even like that one. I was like, I can kind of get behind this, and then I was like, no. But dude, my favorite thing now is to look up hentai clips on Twitter of just the audio, and because the 90s was a magical time.
Did you see that one dubbed one that was going around recently where it's like, I have to rest my balls on your chin?
Oh yeah,
holy fuck.
She's like, you're my stepson, and he's like, but my balls yearn to be on your chin. Like with that exact delivery too. Could you imagine being in like a very sensual moment and being like, hey girl, my balls need to be on your chin?
Just ruin the fucking mood entirely.
Well, let's get back on track. We just talked about some serious issues, some serious stuff. But yeah, I don't usually talk to my guests about that stuff, so definitely feel
Always good to talk about it.
Yeah, it's definitely always talk. I mean, it's good to talk about somebody who also goes through it, because if you talk to somebody who doesn't understand, they're kind of just like, dude, take an Advil, like just have fun.
You just gotta get out there more. I've heard that so many times. It's like, well, I have a problem. That means I can't get out there more. So thanks for the fucking advice. Like,
did you use anime and manga as like a escape? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Because like I still do it to this day. I isolate myself a lot. Getting very personal here. So like I got a computer for the first time when I was 12. Unrestricted internet access, which probably not good for a 12-year-old, but you know, I mean, I have 2 younger brothers and a younger sister, and they're all like 2-3 years like apart.
Yeah.
So they were all relatively young when I was like growing up a little bit older. And I think I'm not like blaming my parents or anything, but like they just gave me a computer, stuck me in my room in the basement, and was like, you can take care of yourself kind of thing. And it's around the time I was getting into anime and stuff. So it was like going on like forums and stuff like that and just like talking to people about anime. And it was like, I didn't see much reason to leave my room. And like, that's probably half the reason I've got like anxiety and shit like that. But
I didn't get internet until I was 16. I was almost 17 and my mom, like a teacher called my mom and was like, your son has a report due. He needs the internet.
Yeah.
I would go home by myself, but the way I got into anime was I had a room in the back of the restaurant where I had like a TV and a VHS, and the employees growing up would just give me games and movies and stuff. Like they would be like, here, play this, and or like play this, don't tell your mom, and it'd like be like Grand Theft Auto 3. And so I remember one of them gave me it was like a VHS, and it was obviously they taped episodes of some random anime, and Cowboy Bebop was on there, and like something else was on there, like Samurai Champloo maybe, or and then like a couple Gundam episodes, and you know, just like just random shit. And I remember watching it and being like, this is not like what's on Cartoon Network. Like this is something completely different. And then you know, as you get older, every time I would go to school and we'd be in the computer lab, I would just be like Googling, like, you know, oh, Yu Yu Hakusho, or like Shaman King, and then in 6th grade we got into manga. Yeah. And like my friend group in 8th grade, we had like 3 people who would buy manga, or it would be 3 plus me. So like we would all just trade. And like one guy was really into cars, so he had like an initial D. One guy, man, looking back, I should actually message him. Be like, do you still that guy who had an initial D went to Gen Con for me. Because I couldn't leave, and the guy who made Cyberpunk did a Witcher D&D style book, and it was only being sold at Gen Con, and I was like, hey, will you pick that up for me? And then when he came in to the restaurant, I just gave him a free pizza. So like I just gave him a pizza and he gave me the book, so it was like an even trade.
An even trade. Yeah.
I should message him and be like, dude, do you still have fucking initial D? Because I will take those off your
head. Yeah, you don't read them anymore, do you?
But I mean, that's how I got into it, and you know, and then as time went on, I got into like I played football in high school, so like I didn't have time. I just like kind of gave everything away or threw everything away, and then it wasn't until my 20s is when I started to like rebuild everything, and then I went through a phase where I was like, you know what, I'm gonna sell a bunch of stuff I don't read, and then when I sold it, I regretted it instantly. So
I'm worried about that because I'm getting to the point where I think I need to start selling shit. Because I got a whole bunch of just like volume 1s that I'm not going to collect the rest of, but it's like
that stuff you can sell, but like I sold like whole sets of stuff, and then
I don't know if I'd do that. Maybe if I'm like super desperate for money, maybe. But
now, it wasn't even that. It was just like I don't have any space on my shelves. I'm gonna get rid of, like, I sold Phoenix by Osamu Tezuka. Which
good luck finding that again.
Yeah, I mean, and I had it like it was mint. But someone offered me. I mean, this is probably says a lot about my taste, but I sold Phoenix, no questions asked. Someone offered me $1,000 for Gantz, and I turned it down.
Yeah,
I said no.
I would have too. Do you have the single? You have the singles then, don't you?
Yeah, I have the full single set. They're in immaculate, condition. I think I had it on eBay for $800 as a joke, and someone bought it.
Somebody actually
bought it, and then I was like, fuck. So I I like thought about it for an hour and I just refunded him the money, and then he messaged me back and was like, "I'll give you $1,000. Please sell that to me." And I was like,
I probably wouldn't either.
I was like,
no.
Mike and Jen gave me shit. They were like, "You're a fucking idiot. You should have sold that." And I was like, dude, like, so like the reason why I said no was because I looked at Dark Horse's fucking release schedule, and I was like, Volume 4 of the Omnibus is not even on their release schedule. It wasn't on Amazon yet. Now it is.
No, what? Like that's why I haven't bought. I have 1 and 2, but I haven't bought Volume like Omnibus 3 yet because I don't know when 4 is gonna come out.
One of them is out of print already.
Are you fucking hell?
Yeah,
fast.
Yeah, Dark Horse, dude. They have my favorite content, but they are just terrible with.
It's like I'm ordering when I get paid next the rest of I Am a Hero because I know that they're gonna stop printing that the second it's done.
I'm surprised that's not out of print either. Like,
it's so good too. Like I'm surprised it's not more popular. To be honest.
Yeah, it's.
Have you read it?
I think I read all of it in scans, and then because I remember the ending being like, I was like, yo.
It was a weird ending, yeah.
But when I read about why he ended it like that, it's because his dad died, and he was just emotionally drained and could not do it.
He's got a new series that it's about like ninjas and stuff, but it's like modern day Tokyo and stuff.
Really?
It's actually really cool, yeah. I forget what it's called.
I really dude, we get kind of English manga fans get kind of fucked when it comes to stuff. Like we don't get a lot of releases.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing my review or my first impressions for No Guns Life, I just YouTube No Guns Life, and there's videos from like 2 years ago from like Spanish speaking countries that just had Volume 1 already.
Like I'm gonna you've probably seen this. I'm gonna show it for people who haven't seen it yet. But so this is a series I've been begging someone to like release for like the better part of a decade. It's Ping Pong.
Yeah.
And this is the French copy, and it's hardcover. Like the paper quality is fucking insane, and it's got like a built-in. Here, if I can pull it out.
It's got a built-in bookmark.
Yeah, it's got a built-in bookmark.
That's like
I paid
Berserk Deluxe editions.
Yeah, and I paid less for like the 2 of these than I have for like most 1 volumes. Of
How much are those?
I bought here? These were. Trying to think, it works out to like $20 or something like that.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
How hard is it to learn French? Because I know you guys are kind of like you guys are forced to learn it, right? And
yeah, I mean, for me, I'm relearning it, and it's not too hard. But most of that is like I remember like bits and pieces from school. So like as I'm learning, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. It's really similar to English in like the way that like sentences are structured, but there's like stuff you have to do to verbs, and then like certain words are male words and they have to end with like a certain letter, and then some are female. It's like just stupidly convoluted. But
I mean, it's probably not as convoluted as learning Japanese though.
No, fucking yeah. This is the easier option.
There's 2 books I want to read: Kingdom and Jagan.
Jagan, I want like that's in French. I'm contemplating buying it.
Yeah, both those are in French, and I want to fucking buy them so bad, but.
I'm surprised Jagan hasn't. Even Kingdom, like I've read a bit of Kingdom and I watched a bit of the anime, but
Kingdom is phenomenal, dude. That is,
it's good. Yeah, I'm surprised both of them. I mean, Kingdom I can see because it's like it's got like what 50 plus volumes, doesn't it?
53 now. I have like the first 5 or some like 5ish volumes in Japanese, just because I wanted to like show support to the author because I'm reading the scans, and I wish that would get a fucking English release. Like even if it's like a bare bones like this is One Piece 3-in-1s, you know, like I would be happy.
Misaligned spines, everything's just spelled wrong.
Dude, what is up with this? I've had.
I feel like that they've got such a monopoly that even if they don't try, they're like,
The last 3 volumes of manga that I've gotten from them, the spine has been misaligned.
And
like, I've saw with like No Guns Life. I saw a lot of people say like it was either it was Way the House Husband.
Way the House Husband is
like
bad.
Everybody's spines were like misaligned. I was like, okay, I'll wait till the second printing then.
Like, and it doesn't like when people like bitch about like spine continuity, that doesn't bother me too much. But you know, it's like if I fucked up on a pizza, I would have to pay for that back.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
Like,
it's a fuck up, but again, it's such a small market to sell manga to English speaking people that it's
I'm pretty sure they're one of the, if not the biggest manga publisher in the US, aren't they?
Easily, man. They have
so I mean, even if they do fuck up, like nothing for them probably.
So you love Black Clover?
I do.
And I fucking hated Black Clover, and like if you go back, well, you can't go back now because I took down most of the Dadcast videos.
Yeah,
they got flagged, and then I just was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna put them back
fuck
up.
it. Yeah,
but there's probably at least a couple hours worth of content of me just shitting on Black Clover, and then I finally read. I bought something. Someone did not want to sell me Freezing Volume 1 because it's out of print. They didn't want to sell it to me for like what I was asking. So I was like, I'll pay your price, but you have to throw in the first 10 volumes of Black Clover. And he's like, all right, fine. So I did, and then I was like, oh shit, this is actually a lot of fun.
it's fun. Yeah, it's like it's not super serious, and I don't think it takes itself seriously very well. Like I like it because it really reminds me of like old school battle shonen. Like I should say old school, but like Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, Bleach, Naruto, kind of things like that. And I mean, there's like obviously series nowadays in Shonen Jump. Like there's My Hero Academia and Kimetsu no Yaiba, Doctor Stone, things that they're doing different things while still retaining that kind of shonen kind of charm. But I think Black Clover is the only thing that it's the only thing that's like really close to things that we used to read as a kid, like Bleach and Naruto and stuff. And admittedly, that's why I like it because it reminds me of that. I like the characters. I don't know. How much have you read of Black Clover?
I have 1 through 10.
Okay, so
but I've probably read up to 9.
Oh, okay. There's what the biggest main arc that recently just ended was like humans versus elves.
Yeah.
There's like a whole genocide kind of thing in there, and then there was like demons thrown into the mix, and then it just introduced so much like lore and stuff and backstory, and the entire way through this arc, there were little things that like people were like, oh shit, like this is teased back in like chapter 1 or like chapter 2.
Oh really?
And yeah, you go back and it's like there's obviously like a lot of like dedication and heart put into the series, and that's another reason why I just like it. And also it's just it's just fun. Like it doesn't take itself seriously.
I feel like that and Fire Force get overlooked.
Yeah, I mean, Fire Force I tried my hardest to like Fire Force.
I love Fire Force. That's my favorite shonen right now.
I'm gonna give it another try one day, but like I read the first 4 volumes, and I like the anime is like so well done.
Oh, it's very well done.
I don't know, there's something about it that's just I can't put my finger on it.
I think I like it more than Soul Eater.
Really? I would
because like in Soul Eater, the like rules of the world were so much larger. Like he could play around with some stuff. Fire Force, it feels like he gimped himself on purpose, and then like how many powers revolving fire can he really do? And then like every time they introduce a new character, I'm like, holy fuck, like that's just so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think those two are my favorite ongoing shonen right now. I quit collecting my Hero and One Punch Man. I'm gonna wait till there's like maybe 5 more volumes of those each or 10. And pick them up all at once. I dropped everything else. I dropped Dr. Stone.
I didn't like Dr. Stone.
I liked it at first, and then like I was like, no. Demon Slayer I hated.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I liked it like the first few arcs of Demon Slayer, and then it was like they started introducing like the pillars and like all these other guys, and then it was like I don't know. Just wasn't for me.
I hated. I think I've read 6 volumes, and I like the anime overall just because it's so well produced.
Yeah.
But my god, dude, the manga, there's this there's this part, like, spoilers if you guys haven't read Demon Slayer or watched it, but his training arc, which is literally a chapter, he meets 2 characters. They don't like really set them up. They're just introduced, and the way that they play along in this chapter is that they're going to be really important. And then as he's leaving, he tells his master, hey, tell those 2 bye for me. And as he's walking away, the master thinks those 2 have been dead for years. And it's just like, it wasted so much emotional impact. That could have been a huge moment. That could have been like a heavy hitter moment.
The whole training thing could have been a lot.
But that's why I can't stand it. Like the reason why the reason why I think Battle Shonen are so popular, like Dragon Ball, is that you go along with these characters and you see them grow, you see them learn, and you feel like they've earned it. I don't feel like the guy from Demon Slayer has earned it at all. I feel like, and then also the blonde hair character is the most obnoxious fucking person in a shonen.
The pig guy is kind of funny.
The
Like,
pig guy's kind of funny, but those,
yeah,
but the blonde hair dude, I can't fucking
he's
stand
weird.
him.
Yeah,
Why does
he's like I think it tries to like it's trying too hard to be like that comedy relief archetype. I guess
way too hard.
Yeah, it's
way
like
too hard.
entirely too obvious.
I would like a shonen that didn't have a comedy relief. I'm trying to.
Is there a shonen like that? Yeah,
Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, maybe.
Speaking of, where the fuck is the anime for that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Planet With didn't do very well. You know,
did it not? I liked Planet With.
I loved it. I thought that was awesome. It was only 8
I mean,
episodes.
if another one of his series is gonna get an anime, it's probably gonna be Spirit Circle though.
Oh, Spirit Circle is another phenomenal series.
Yeah,
that dude. I think that dude's also
he's
very
underrated as fuck.
Very underrated. Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer might be the best shonen I've ever read.
Yeah,
it's
and
so good.
I have it all, but it's in Canada. Like I have a lot of manga still left in Canada.
How much?
Not a whole lot. Like when I first moved here, I had 2 like massive fucking suitcases. 1.5 of those suitcases was like all manga.
Damn.
Then I went back in the summer to visit my parents for a month, and I brought 2 suitcases again, and one of them was filled with manga. So there's still some that are left there, like my Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammers, a bunch of like couple other series that I don't remember off the top of my head, but I keep saying I'm gonna go back for Christmas and get them, but I don't know. Plane tickets are so fucking expensive.
How much does it cost to fly home?
Depending on the time of year, anywhere from like $800 to $1,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's a shitty like. I know people have gone to Japan and it's like a fucking 12 to 16 hour flight. This one's only like 7 hours, but it feels so long. It's like I get really restless easily, so like sitting in the same place for 7 hours is like fucking hell for me.
Dude, that's kind of one of the reasons why I don't want to go to Tokyo is because I don't want to sit there for
I don't know how the hell
hours.
I do it, and I can't sleep on a plane. So
Highland just got back. How the fuck did she do it?
She read manga the whole time. I think she said she tried sleeping but couldn't, or something.
We went to Florida, and that was a pain in the ass, especially with a kid. She cried the entire time on the way.
Yeah, fuck. That was.
And then on the way back, she fell asleep, and there's a picture of me going like this next to her, like, fuck yes, the baby is out. We can actually. And then I slept on the way back, dude. That flight home, God, I hate flying. It takes so much out of you.
Too. It sucks. Yeah.
And like we didn't even pack that much. We just had 2 suitcases, and I was like exhausted.
Like me and Ellie, my fiance, we don't argue a whole lot, but like this is our first time traveling together, and I think like by the end of it, we just wanted to like be alone for a little bit because it was just like, let's go do this. What's that?
Did your parents like her when they met her?
They did. Oh yeah, yeah.
That's a huge plus.
I didn't tell her. I didn't tell them for a while. But then obviously, like I went to go visit her for Christmas the year I met her, and I had to have that conversation, and they were like, "Oh, what if it's like a man, like an old man or whatever?" I'm like, "Well, I've talked to her on like Skype, and I've seen her and her pictures and stuff." And like, "Well, it could be a man." I'm like, "If a man has gone through the length of like deep faking a fucking webcam, then he's earned whatever the fuck he wants from me."
we had an ex pizza maker who he's in his 40s, and he shows us this picture. It's like obviously like a supermodel, and he's like, "This is this girl I'm talking to from Russia," and I was like, "Hey, dude, listen, I'm not trying to be rude, but I think you're getting catfished." He sent her like $3,000, and it ended up being a dude from Indiana, and I was like, and then he did it again. It happened again. It happened like a year later again. And I was just like, "Oh, dude, whatever." Like, but that time he went to the airport to meet this girl. Yeah. And she never showed up. I was like, "Oh man, dude, that's rough."
Yeah. No, they liked her though. Like, I was like, we didn't have like a bad discussion about it when I first like brought it up, but I was like, like she's on Facebook. Add her to Facebook. Just talk to her, get to know her. And my mom likes her more than I think she likes me now.
My mom told me she likes my kid more than she loves me.
I know that's gonna if we ever have kids, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
I was like, "What the fuck, mom?" And especially I'm like an only child, so I'm like, "Yo, like okay. Who else do I have?" Mom. I'm like, "Who else do I have, mom? Come on." No, it's just luckily my wife and my family loves my wife.
Yeah.
I think it's really rare to meet. My wife I'm 6 years older than my wife.
Okay.
So when we got married, she was just 20, like just freshly 20, and like I don't know many 20. Well, she's 22 now, but I don't know many 22-year-olds who, like, I don't know if it's just like a regional thing, but a lot of girls in my area are like, I don't want to be rude, but their thoughts, to use that word.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same kind of thing. Like, because I think some of her family was probably worried, like, oh, this guy's coming to, like, try it on with you. And it's like, there's other guys around to do that. First of all,
wait.
but, like,
most important thing: does her dad like you?
yeah. Well, I mean, we're living with her stepdad.
And
so
he cool?
I hope. He's like the nicest guy in the world.
That's awesome.
I try to I'll send him like money and stuff for like, because he won't let me pay rent or anything.
That's awesome.
And he won't let me like contribute to the groceries or anything.
Really?
Yeah, I just like, I want to just help out, but like every time I send him money, he'll send it like right back, and then he'll like add £5 to it.
Yeah, like my wife and I ran away and got married. Just because
we're thinking of doing that, because it's gonna be a big fucking pain in the ass to do our marriage or our wedding if we have to.
Yeah, like I think honestly, dude, like the reason why we did it was because both side, like my grandmother on my dad's side has Alzheimer's really bad, and then my Italian grandfather has really bad dementia, and his wife, my Italian grandmother, has got really bad vertigo and also has like some other health problems. So I didn't foresee us anytime soon planning a wedding.
Yeah.
So we ran away and got married. We came back and we lived with my parents for about 2 months until we found out we were having a baby. My mom was like, stay with us as long as you want, save your money, buy a house. But the moment my wife got pregnant, she was like, you kind of gotta go now. So
yeah.
Luckily we just moved right down the street. We live
okay, that's not too bad then. Yeah,
I could literally probably like a 15-minute walk to work if I wanted to walk.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. But yeah, man, running away and getting married and like knowing that you're gonna do it, it was such a special thing. Like we took the back, like we drove 7 hours to Tennessee. We drove to Nashville, and I drove about 5 hours, and then she switched, and I fell asleep, and I woke up. We're at Nashville. We we got this house that we were gonna stay at. We got married outside. It was beautiful out, and it was cool because we got married at this place called Percy Warner Park, and it's like this mossy stone step area, and it's huge, and it goes all the way up, and it's this public park. So we got married at the top, and at the bottom there was like a group of like college girls studying outside. And after we said our vows and kissed, like they were clapping for us. Oh, so it was like it was a really cool moment. And then when we got back, about 7 months later, maybe 6, 5, but between 5 and 7 months, my mom threw us like a big wedding reception because she's like, hey, our Italian family's gonna give you cash, so you're gonna go. We're gonna get that reception so you can get that money. And I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. But she set up
if I have to.
I'm like, if I have to. But my mom she had games planned out.
Oh fuck.
Actually, hang on. Let me Google this real quick because this story is fun. Oh yeah, okay. Here, okay. So we were playing a game, and it was the newlywed game. It was me and my wife, my cousin and her husband, and then my best friend and his wife, because the three of us had just, like, my friend and his wife had been married for a year, my cousin had been married for a couple of months, and my wife and I had been married for a couple of months. So it was like all freshly newly married people, and we had to leave. The men would leave, and we would get these big postcards, and they would ask the wives questions, and we would write. And we got asked the same questions, and we would write our answers on it. So one of the questions is, so my wife likes old school shows, like from the 60s and 50s, black and white, like Dick Van Dyke. Eddie Griffith's show. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, I used to watch Leave It to Beaver with my dad. A lot.
Yeah. So that's the kind of shit she loves. So when we get in there, and the question was, who does your husband think he is in bed, and who is he really? And she wrote, I think I'm the Tasmanian devil, but really I'm Eddie Griffith. And I was like, Taylor, that's like after like
it's probably like a good thing to her though.
Oh yeah, that's what she said. She goes,
yeah.
"What? He's so nice and he's loving and I just love. He's so funny." And I'm like, everyone thinks he's old and boring. So in bed, I just suck. Apparently, my whole family thinks I suck now. And then
you
like,
have to change that conversation, man.
And then like
go like a full strategy. Like I'm not boring in bed.
and then the best question was, where's the weirdest place you've had sex at? And all my family own restaurants. Like they all own. There's 3 Flipos, but like there's Joe's and Alfano's and like all these restaurants, and it's all my cousins and it's all my aunts and uncles. So I just wrote, even though it's not true, I was like, in the pizza place, and the whole crowd was just like fucking screaming. My fucking mother-in-law's there, and then my grandmother doesn't speak English. So my grandmother goes, what did he say? And my mom's like, oh, they asked him what his favorite movie was, and she just like named some random movie.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, okay. God, dude, that was a close call. My grandmother. One time, I don't know. I feel like I still am at heart a little goth, but I went through a huge goth phase where like all I listened to was like fucking Joy Division, and just like I painted my nails black and I wore like the armbands with spikes on them, and I was just like, I used to have those. I thought I was the fucking coolest dude in the world, and then I spiked my hair up one time, and my grandmother saw it, and she just kneed me in the balls and dropped me. And in broken English, she goes, "You never do this again."
No, I will not.
When I got my septum pierced, I hid it from my mom for 3 weeks because I know, like, even though I'm an adult, I still am scared fucking shitless of my mother. She's a scary woman. So I like flipped it up, and then finally I go, "Mom, I got my nose pierced," and I took it down, and she goes, "Get it the fuck out now!" And then that was a huge problem. Like my grandmother was like, "What's next? Drugs? Are you gonna be doing drugs next too?" And I'm like,
start selling yourself.
I'm like,
is that what you're gonna do?
I'm like, no, I'm 25. At the time I was like 24. It's like I'm 24. Yeah. I've never smoked weed. I don't drink. I smoked weed one time, and it was to impress my wife. And she was like, "Hey, you want to smoke some weed?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. I do it all the time." And then I'll
smoke a marijuana.
Yeah, exactly. And then I fucking was coughing up. I was coughing and puking. She's like, "You've never done this before, have you?" And I was like, "No, this is awful."
Yeah, like my big teenage rebellion was like dyeing my hair like a red, like a bright, like the color of your shirt, but like brighter.
Hell yeah.
And I came in to eat dinner. I was like 15, 16, but I paid for, like, I was working. I got paid for it myself and everything. And my mom came home from like shopping or something, and she just drops her purse and she's shaking her head. She's like, "It's always something with you, isn't it?" I'm like, I don't go drinking. I haven't knocked anyone up. Like this is the big teenage rebellion. Like you're doing good as a parent. Like chill the fuck out for 5 minutes.
Zach, can I ask you a personal question? Because something that gives me really bad anxiety is that I am losing my hair now. I'm
wondering if that's what it was going to be. Yeah.
The fucking Italian genes are kicking in, dude. Every time I shower, I'm pulling out clumps of hair, and
shave it off, man.
I think you know what? I think I'm gonna do that next time I go to the barber.
Yeah,
just fucking shave it because
fucking balding sucks, man. Like I started losing my hair when I was 17.
Holy shit!
Like I got like, let's see if I can like show it, like the back of my head here.
Yeah,
it's like the big ring at the back. Like that started kind of going, but like right here was like really, because I used to have like really long hair, like emo hair and everything.
Me too. I had it like down.
It started like going here, and like when I would like part my bangs, there'd be like gaps. So like I like started cutting it down short, and then I got to 20, and it was like pretty much like this. So I was like, "Fuck it," and gave up.
I like the reason why I've been wearing hats so much lately is because like if I hit a certain angle, you can just see scalp. And
yeah.
Like,
and the ironic thing is, the more you wear hats, the worse balding gets.
I did shave my head maybe 5 months ago because this has been going on, and I just have such a weird shaped fucking head, and I'm just like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to like fucking wear a hat permanently. So I'm gonna be like fucking Fred Durst of pizza. So, but like I told Alex this off air. I was like, Zach is helping me cope with me going bald because it's just like because you look good bald. You look fantastic bald.
I hated it at first, and like I've only had this beard for like 4 years, so it was
really?
like like everything. Beard. Thank you. It was like it was like bald me, and then just like a bare face, and I have like a weird shaped face.
Yeah,
like,
me too. If like I don't have a beard, I look like a thumb.
Yeah, I do too. I'm like looking back at like on Facebook, I'll get like that on this day memories thing every day, and I'll look at it, and there'll be like old photos of me and my fiance, and I'm like, I was like punching above the belt.
Oh, dude, me too, man. You know,
like how?
Like there was a 6-month period where I would call myself attractive because I gained about 15-20 pounds since I've gotten married, but like I was like super thin. I was tanning every day, and I was tanning. And I was just super. I was like I'm stronger now than I was when my wife met me, but I'm bulkier now. So I was like the most muscle definition I've ever had in my life, and now I feel bad for her because I'm just like, hey, babe. I'm just like a fat slob. But I've never been
in shape or anything.
Oh, dude, it's so much work. Don't do it.
Yeah,
it fucking sucks.
I tried running for a while, and then I started smoking. So that started like.
Are you still smoking, sir?
No. I quit. Okay. I quit back in March. I smoked from pretty much like 17 to like 21.
That's
and then
too long.
And then I quit because like she didn't like it, and then I had a really rough time last year around Christmas time because I couldn't go home for Christmas, and like this is like the first time I've ever like lived away from my family, and I was like going for a run, and I was like, fuck this, I need a cigarette. So like I went like jogged to the corner store. I was like, pack of Marlboros, please, and a lighter. I just walked home.
Did you?
That was it. That's when I stopped running. What's that? Oh no, I smoked like 5 on the walk home.
Dude, the worst part about being super fat because I was 340 pounds and I'm like 5'6", 5'7", so it was like compacted. It was all you know what I mean. It was like super obvious. I was huge. The worst thing about being fat is just you don't feel good. But then the worst thing about losing that weight is the fucking anxiety if you gain a pound. Like if I gain any weight, I just have like a mental breakdown. Like I feel like it fucking.
And I was losing weight. Like I got to under 200 for like the first time ever, and then I like Christmas rolled around and it's like you can't turn down like other people's food.
Hell no.
So like I'm eating like a whole fucking like turkey and like beef and shit, and then like I'll go home and like the next week I was like up 5 pounds, and I was like, oh well, then fuck this, I guess.
I don't think I've been under 200 pounds in a very long time.
Yeah.
Because I've like right now I'm 250, but I'm taking steroids, so like I'm like bulking up. I'm the strongest I've ever been. I don't know if you've seen those videos on Twitter, but I think Migs was talking about going to the gym, and I give him some workout tips. But I can preacher curl 200 pounds. So like,
I want to try lifting, but I feel like I'd really fuck it up and like break my back or something.
Go to a gym that has like they're called Smith machines, I think.
Okay.
But it's like the bar is built into the machine, so it like assists you while you're going down. And a lot of people don't like those. Like a lot of like meatheads will be like, that's not real weight.
That's why like I stopped going. Like I went to a gym for a while, and like every time I go, there'd be this like group of fucking like assholes, I'll just call them, and I didn't know how to like use half the machines, right? So I'm like on the, like the leg, like the one where you like squeeze your legs together, but I'm like doing it with my hands or something like stupid like that, and like they're just over there like obviously like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Like
luckily the people I've met at the gym, because I go at weird hours. I go at like 2 a.m, so it's like really either like sketchy people there or like it's the same as like it's been the same dudes for probably 5 or 6 years now. One's name is Travis, and he's into like body, like he went to Mexico and got the gland that produces estrogen removed from his, well no, he got the gland that helps like if you get off roids and you get what they call bitch tits. He got that surgically removed, and he's he's roided out. He's huge. He's a monster. He's bald head. He's got a fucking head tattoo. He's a maniac. He's really sweet though. And then there's this big black guy. named Tiny, and he's huge.
Of course,
He's massive. Like he's 6'8". That dude can bench probably 500 pounds easily, and he has a really high pitched voice, and he's so nice. He's just always in a good mood. But like it's guys like those who look like fucking meatheads, and they come up and they're like, "Hey, I don't want to be rude. I want to give you some tips." So like starting out, like they would be like, "Here's some advice," and I don't know if it's just like a culture, like if it's just like late night. These dudes don't want to be there when it's busy because of like anxiety, so they're all like kind of relatively the same. But everyone I met at the gym has been relatively cool. You get some of those douchebags. I don't peacock a lot, but there's been a couple of instances where I could visibly tell another person was upset by the way other people were acting towards them at the gym, and I'll start lifting more than I probably should, and just to like be a douche back to them and get them to stop.
Yeah.
But I think at my heaviest, I benched 455.
I'm assuming that's a lot. I have no frame of reference.
455 pounds. How many? What do you guys use?
No, we use pounds in Canada. I assume that's a lot to lift.
That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's more than I should. It fucked up my whole body. It fucked my chest.
I mean, I could barely do those like 20-pound things you get off the rack, so that's pretty impressive.
And then right now I'm doing 350. Like I could do 350 for 2. Which is, which is all right, but I don't know, working out's addicting, but it's like having time for everything is such a fucking drag.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah. So I was like working and then like running and then like meal prepping, and then that was my day.
I cannot, dude. The hardest part is being like I'm making food all day.
Yeah, that's gonna suck. You can't go on a diet and own a pizza restaurant, I imagine.
The best part is we have cauliflower crust now.
Oh,
so
cool.
We have like some healthier options, but it's still I'm like pizza's healthy as long as it's like what you put on it. And if I'm gonna have a fucking pizza, I'm gonna put bacon and chicken.
I had a pizza for lunch today that was like chicken, pepperoni, bacon, and ham.
That sounds amazing.
It was good. Yeah.
Dude, I really want to fly out there. I was telling Alex this. I was like, I should get Brian and I should fly out, and we should all have a.
That would be great. Yeah.
And then jokingly he was like, I think it was him or me. I was like, we should rent a car and just travel Europe for a week. Just go to like Germany, go to fucking.
That would be fun.
That would be fun.
We'd have to do it. We'd have to do it in the next like month before whatever the fuck Brexit happens.
Oh shit! Oh god, is that gonna happen? I hope.
Even
not.
Like, I don't know. I haven't a fucking clue. Like, I don't even think the people who are like in charge of doing this shit know what the fuck's going on.
But like, how hard would it be? Like, if we were to do that, how hard would it be for us to just cross the border in a car?
I don't think it'd be very hard. There's like a tunnel that goes like underwater to France or something. I think it's called the Channel. I'm gonna look it up. I might be. I hope I'm not making this up.
That sounds scary. That sounds dangerous.
I don't know if it's like entirely underwater. No, it's a good chunk of it. It goes across the ocean, yeah. So,
fuck that.
It goes out of London and it goes over to France. Yeah, they call it the Channel. It's the Channel Tunnel.
How many miles are underwater?
It is 50,000 meters, whatever that is to miles. Let me look.
That's a big number, so it scares me.
Yeah. 50,000. Is it meters? I assume it's meters.
Yeah.
Oh no, it might be miles. Hold on. No, it would definitely have to be miles. Yeah, so it's 50,000 miles.
No.
Maybe. No,
50,000 miles? That's like the whole Earth.
No, because I converted 50,000 meters to miles, and it was only like 31 miles or something like
that. That seems reasonable.
Yeah. 30... Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah. The UK is like, I'm surprised. Like I've driven long distances to Canada and still been in Ontario, and we drove like 2.5 hours, and we were in Wales.
That's so cool. See, that's why I was like, dude, we should rent a fucking car. Like Callum, you, Alex,
that'd be
me,
fun.
Dude, that would be a blast. That would be too much fun. That would be illegal.
Yeah.
That would be a dangerous time. We'd probably get arrested.
Probably.
But all of us are like so calm though. So I feel like
once we get drunk, that's when all the rowdiness would start.
Dude, me drunk is not good. It's me times 11. I'm like super friendly.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm usually like a really quiet guy, and like the first time like we did that like big 4-person podcast on Alex's podcast, I was like jet lagged and like just tired, and like I'm not a very social person, so like when I'm on camera, it's like me amplified by 5, and I have to like like consciously work it like talking louder.
Yeah.
And the whole time I'm like talking quietly. I'm like, and like, but when I'm drunk, I'm like, yeah, how's it going? Yeah, it's just like talking to like everybody and just like loud as humanly possible.
I think the last time I got drunk, I was 21.
Yeah.
I'm so boring. I'm such a boring dude. People,
I don't drink. I don't drink that much. Like I just don't ever like. I don't.
People
go
just
anywhere
assume
enough
I'm
here, but-
like, I don't know. Like I've heard people be like, "You seem like you do drugs." I'm like, no, I'm just
Such
hyped
a
up.
weird.
It's such like I
Do
just
any
drink,
good crack lately? Like
I drink Monster all the time, which I'm gonna try to use so I can't have anything acidic. After the wisdom tooth,
you're gonna get monster withdrawals.
I'm gonna probably, yeah, do caffeine withdrawal is bad.
I quit caffeine a couple years ago, and it fucking sucked.
That's
It was like the worst
It's
thing I've ever
fucking
been through, and I've quit like cigarettes twice now. But I would rather quit cigarettes again than quit fucking caffeine again.
Dude, caffeine is the worst.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna edit this out, but I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
I've been holding it for like 20 minutes, and it's starting to get unbearable.
Yeah, go for it. Fucking hell.
Like, I didn't want to end. Like, I don't know if I will edit that out either. I think I'll just leave it in because it's natural.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to end the podcast because I was having such a good time talking to you, so I was like, I don't want to fucking end this. And then just so I can go to the bathroom. My poor wife's taking a shower too, so I was like,
Oh.
sorry, courtesy flush. Did you see that Sid Haig died?
I did.
That's so sad.
Wow.
Captain
This year
Spaulding
is
my dude.
like sucked for people dying, man. Like,
I feel like we're gonna lose Kentaro Miura before he finishes.
well, he's got a new fucking series out too. Did you saw that? Me and Callum were talking about this. Like, he's like not. You know the reason why like Berserk is like so hiatus all the time
because of the Idol Girls. He watches Idol Girls or whatever every year. He fucking loves that shit.
I read somewhere that like he draws a lot of Berserk himself because he doesn't trust his assistants to draw it or something like that.
I can kind of get that.
Yeah, but like he's got like another series out now.
From what I understand with the new series is that he just like designed some of the characters and his team is just making it.
Okay, that makes sense.
But he did say I want to say right before the last chapter came out, he had the manuscript for the ending of the series completed. So like it's written, it's done.
Yeah.
He just needs a dude. If
taking his sweet fucking time.
If that fucking series does not end before I die, I'm gonna be so sad. That's like
me and Hunter x Hunter. Like I've only just started reading Hunter x Hunter, but like I'm fortunate enough that like he's on hiatus, I think now, so I have time to catch up. But like I know when I'm gonna catch up,
I cannot.
and I can't fault him because the guy is like I think he's like super ill or something like that.
He's very ill.
So I can't be like, oh, that selfish asshole.
That's why I cannot invest in Takahiko in a way.
Yeah.
Basketball sucks, dude. Go back to Vagabond. Come on.
Right, I know. Yeah, like he's fucking like. It's a good series. Like he has another one. I think it's called Real or something
Real.
like that. That was really good.
He just got back to that. He's doing that.
I thought that ended. Holy shit.
No, that and Vagabond got put on hiatus. He's like the ambassador for basketball for Japan or some shit.
He's like a coach too for like the national.
Yeah,
league
so
or
like,
something like that,
I like follow him on Twitter, and he's just always about basketball. But he came back to Real, so there's some hope for me because the ending of Vagabond has been shown already.
Yeah,
he has an art exhibit, I think, in France, right?
I would probably.
Yeah,
knowing how lucky they are.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it was France, and yeah, they had the ending already shown, and I'm like, dude, just fucking get there, just get there.
I was like, Highland Manga went to the Attack on Titan exhibit, but she's like not that far into Attack on Titan.
Oh,
so she's got spoiled like who every Titan is. Who?
I would be pissed. I would be so
she said she like walked in and she's like, oh well, that's the series.
How do you feel about Attack on Titan?
I don't know. You mean like people saying that it's like Nazi propaganda kind of shit?
No, not that. I don't even.
Okay, I don't because I've seen that and I'm like, I don't know. I like it. That's reaching. My brother follows it on Scanlations and he gives me like a play-by-play every time it comes out.
It's the best modern manga. I think
it's good. It's really good.
I think it's a masterpiece. I mean, especially for longer form. Like, I mean, obviously, Goodnight Poon Poon's modern. Any Osana work. But I feel like long-running series. I think Attack on Titan is probably the newest one of that. That's just phenomenal.
And like, I'm not as into it. Like, my brother is like super fucking like he's a guy who like didn't like anime, and then like he watched Attack on Titan, and now he watches more anime than I do.
Yeah.
And he like I haven't read a lot of it, but I'm going to, I think, when it finishes, because like I like the whole thing it draws you. It's like, oh, these big giant titans that are destroying everything, and these kids are like fighting them. But then it gets into like this really convoluted like political shit.
Yeah. You like know what's funny is that on the back of the book, each book, there's a quote from like Gizmodo, and it says, "Attack on Titan is Japanese answer to Walking Dead." And it's so funny because both those series start off about the monsters, and then gets into the political stuff and the human stuff, which I thought was just, dude. Walking Dead, by the way.
I don't know, man.
I think that comic series ended in a really good way.
The show's still going on.
Yeah, fuck the show.
They need to shoot that thing in the head.
I mean, apparently Rick died in the show. But Rick dies in the comics.
So it's like, what's his face? Norman Reedus is probably like the only original cast member left then.
I got drunk with Norman Reedus.
Did you?
Yeah, that's a true story. I was 19. I just graduated high school. We went to Comic-Con. The Boondock Saints were there. That's where I have a signed. I don't know if you can see. I have a signed poster.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Wow. It's Rocco signed it too. He wrote, "Is it dead?" You know that scene where
yeah.
He goes, "What's your favorite line in the movie?" And I was like, "Is it dead?" So he wrote it on there. Yeah, met them. Went to the after party. It was the first year Walking Dead was on air, and they had a big after party with celebrities there. And Norman Reedus, Sean Patrick Flannery, and the guy who played Chewbacca. We all took shots together. So that was a very memorable moment. Cool. He's very nice. All those guys were very nice.
Yeah,
like super down to earth. Have you ever seen the Oblongs?
Yes. Oh, fucking hell, yeah.
I was really fat at that Comic-Con, and the dude who made the Oblongs, he used to be my friend on Facebook, because he added me. He takes pictures with all the fat people at a Comic-Con, and he grabs their fat roll. Like, that's his thing. So he was like, can I take a picture with you? And he was selling shirts that say fag and Jew on them. And I was like, I'm not buying a shirt that says fag or Jew on it. I'm like, if you can make me a shirt that says fag Jew, I'll buy it. So he right there on the spot made me a shirt that said that.
Wow.
And he made me wear it at the con, and he grabbed my fat roll. That was very inappropriate. And I really hope I really hope that picture never surfaces. It's got to be on his Facebook somewhere because he posts all of them. And
I have a picture of me
fat.
hugging. Yeah, I have a picture of me hugging Vic. That if my ex-girlfriend ever has like a reason to want to fuck me over for some reason, then yeah.
Just don't let old shaman see it, and maybe he'll.
Yeah.
They're not gonna watch it.
He's. I know we said we probably weren't gonna talk to him. He's a fucking weird guy though.
Oh, he's like God. My fucking mom is calling. Hang on. This is so unprofessional. Hello. It's not for another 2 hours. Yeah. But Mom, I'm doing a podcast. Say hi.
Hello.
Zach says hi, Mom. All right, Mom. Love you. Bye. I'm a fucking 27-year-old man, and she's still like, "Hey, are you ready for your surgery?" I'm like, "It's 2 hours away."
Yeah, like I got a tooth taken out,
and it's a 5-minute. It's a 5-minute.
My mom is 7 hours away, and she's like, "Did you get your tooth out yet?" I'm like, no. Okay, well, make sure you drink and eat a lot, and rest. I'm like, I think I figured that out.
Did you get your tooth pulled?
Yeah, my teeth suck, dude. Like just genetically, like they're all crooked and like. Okay, so the way my wisdom teeth grew in is they were all impacted and they were growing on angles. And Canadian dental healthcare sucks.
Really?
Oh yeah. Like,
is it free? Like,
no, not at all.
Really?
You have to, yeah, out of pocket. If you don't have insurance, you have to pay out of pocket. And I didn't have insurance, so and it was something like $500 per tooth.
Holy shit!
And I needed to get like 6 out because I had the 4 wisdom teeth, and then I had the top 2 wisdom teeth were like growing into my other teeth, so I had to get those 2 out.
I don't have any on this side at all, like none.
Yeah.
This one is it's been there for 7 years in my gums, but it's not causing any damage. So they're like, we can just leave that. It hasn't.
I would.
This one is erupted. It's been erupted for 7 years. And
yeah.
The reason, so the reason why I didn't get it out was like, Mom, my wisdom teeth need to come out. And she's like, you can't miss work. You can't miss work. And I was like, are you fucking serious? So then I just got put back on my parents' health insurance because we're doing it through the pizza place now. So
sure.
It's like
yeah.
It's a fucking tax write off and shit.
Yeah.
And she was like, are you paying for your tooth? And I'm like, no, you are, bitch. You fucking 7 years ago, I had to get this out. You told me I couldn't miss work, motherfucker. And she was like, yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, dude, it's been killing me for years, but I woke up Wednesday of this week, or last week, and was like, I can't shut my mouth, and I can't, like, swallow without hurting. So, they're gonna go in and cut it out. I'm really I hate that shit. I don't want to get.
Are they gonna put you under? Or are they just gonna freeze?
I said fuck that. That like scares me because the creator of Ruby was like 30.
Is that how he died?
Yeah, he went to get his wisdom teeth out and just died.
Fuck that.
So a lot of people.
Not a way to go.
Some fucking billionaire recently got a penis enlargement surgery.
I saw that. He died.
He died. So I don't want to fucking. I'm not a billionaire.
I know that's not safe.
Yeah, it's not safe. So they're gonna numb the area. I'm also allergic to painkillers, so
that's gonna suck.
Yeah, so I can't take Vicodin or anything. They gave me ibuprofen.
Yeah, I took ibuprofen. Like they gave me Vicodin, and like I'd never I used to smoke weed, but like I never did like hard drugs or anything. So like I took this big fucking Vicodin that was like yay big, and took it, brushed my teeth, cleaned my mouth out, and then the next thing I know, my mom's like shaking me, and I'm on the floor, and I like smashed my head into the wall.
Yikes!
I'm like, why am I lying down? And she's like, look, you dented the fucking wall. I was like,
oh shit. So did you have to sleep up?
I had to sleep on my back. I had to like kind of sleep propped up for a little bit. And then
I don't know how bad it's gonna be with just one tooth. I cannot sleep.
It's probably fine with one tooth, but like, yeah, I had to sleep sitting, and like I sleep on my stomach, so sleeping on my back was like I just lie there until I fell asleep, pretty much.
I also planned the surgery around the business schedule of the restaurant. So every Thursday, regardless, we get like flour and cheese shipped in, and that's like
Okay.
hundreds of pounds worth of shit. But Wednesday, every other Wednesday we get like tomatoes and stuff like that for the sauce. And, the doctor's like, you can't lift anything heavy, at all. So I had to like look at the calendar and be like, all right, this Wednesday I don't have to get up at 8:30 in the morning to go to work. Let's do it Monday. So I have 2 days of just rest. But he's like, you can't work for a week. I'm like, that's not happening. That's like,
buddy, I own a pizza place. I gotta work.
But if I don't have to talk to customers, I'm gonna be pretty happy. If I can just get away with just being like, hey guys, bye.
I was supposed to like work and then go get, because it was like the dentist was like up the street from where I worked, and then basically go home and rest and then come back to work like for a half day the next day. And like I waited until I knew nobody would be there, and I called and left a message saying I wasn't going to be in for the rest of the week.
What did they say? Were they like,
Yeah, they weren't too happy, but
dude, I want to talk about your programming real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Because you're talented as fuck.
Thank you.
Don't you have a website for your stuff too?
Yes.
Because doing some research on you, I think I found your website.
Probably, yeah.
And,
is it like the black and white photo?
Yeah.
With the hat? Yeah.
Yep. And
I haven't. That's an old one. I haven't updated that in a while.
You got that Where to Read Manga website up and running, and literally, like fucking, it felt like seconds. It felt like I checked Twitter, you bitched about Manga Rock, and then I opened it up like an hour later, and I was like, he has a whole fucking website created.
So I had a video I was gonna make about like where to read manga legally, and I had like a list, and then like all this Manga Rock stuff was going down. I'm like, this is my chance to get like a shit ton of subs. So I
did you get like, a lot?
Yeah, holy shit! Like I was at like just under 200 before I did that, and now I'm like pushing 300.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, that site took me. I'm not trying to brag. It took me an hour to make.
See, dude, you're talented as fuck.
Yeah.
So
a little.
So do you do like contract work, like where people hire you?
Sort of. I do it here and there, but like mostly I still work for where I worked in Canada.
Oh really?
So like I'll log into like our booking or our time schedule system, and I'll just like there'll be like a whole bunch of shit for me to work on.
Nice.
So like I've pretty steady work. I get to work from home. It's not too bad. He could be paying more. He's probably not listening to this or ever will, but I could make more money, I think.
You're definitely talented. You definitely.
Yeah.
I would definitely pay you more if I.
I don't know. I want to find a new job, but like then I don't get to work from home.
Yeah.
So.
And do you like working from home?
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, because like if I'm not feeling it, I could just like take a couple hours and then like just work a couple hours later.
Oh, that's awesome. Just as long as you have the work done by a certain.
Yeah, like for example, like I couldn't sleep at all last night, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna work through the night, sleep for a couple hours, and then I have Monday off." So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I wish I could work from home. That would be fucking amazing.
Just move into the pizza place.
I basically live there. I'm there more than I am, dude. Sometimes I'll be so tired after we close, and I'm like waiting on the dishwasher to finish up. I'll just go lay on the floor and just fall asleep.
You should get yourself like a little bed.
My room used to have like a couch in it, but now that's a storage room. So it sucks. But or like I'll fall asleep on like a couple tables or some chairs.
Yeah.
Dude.
I used to do dishwashing for a restaurant. And I hated it. I fucking hated it. I was like, that was around the time where I was like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. So I was like trying a bunch of different shit. And like, I found a job in a restaurant. They were like, oh, well, if you do good on the dishwashing, maybe we'll put you up in the kitchen. I was like, that could be fun. But like, I think I quit after like a week. I just was like this.
There was this douchebag in high school who used to bully people. Mm-hmm. And he got a job at the restaurant. I did not hire him. My mom hired him, and I was like, "Mom, this dude's a fucking cock. Do not hire him."
Yeah.
First night, this big tough dude was crying washing dishes. It was too much.
It is
work
a tough fucking job. Like
it sucks, but it's not crying over it.
No, yeah, it's not like.
So then he quits. A couple weeks later, he's at school bullying someone, and I was like, "Bro, you can't bully any people. You can't bully anybody. You cried during dishes." And he got mad, but
immediately loses all his street cred.
Oh, instantly lost all his street cred. And as someone who I actually like washing dishes because of 2 reasons. I don't gotta talk to customers.
Yeah.
And I can put headphones in. That's it. That's the only 2 reasons.
That's why I like my job. I don't have to talk to anybody, and I can just listen to music all day.
Dude, I like some of our like regulars, like people who've been coming in since I was a baby. But we live in a very like rich, snooty town, and some people will come in and just treat you like shit just because you're making food for a living. It's like
people are. Fuck, I never get people who are like that. Like we live in a fair, like it's not like a rich part of town, but like it's a lot more, I guess, affluent than other parts of the town.
Middle class.
And like the people here are so fucking snobby for like no reason. Like we have basically we let our cats out. Like we let them out and they go in the backyard, but my cat Harper always climbs the fence and like fucks off for like an hour. There's like obviously I think it pisses off because he's not like a bad cat. Like he doesn't like dig shit up and like go on people's yards. But the neighbor 2 yards down installed this like high frequency like cat scaring thing. So he won't like leave the driveway anymore. Like he'll get to the driveway and then he can hear this like high pitched ringing and then he'll just like go back in the house.
Oh, poor dude.
Yeah.
You should go smash it.
I want to. I've tried. Like
you've tried.
they would know. They would know it was me if like I did it.
The fucking English speaking guy is here. Well, wait, no, they're all English speaking. That's a stupid.
Yeah. Everyone always Canadian. Thinks I'm American. I don't even correct people anymore.
You're like, yeah, Trump, baby. The big D. No. Love him. Love Trump. How do you feel about Trump?
I don't know, man. It's like
he embarrasses me.
I can't watch any news about the States without like having secondhand embarrassment.
Oh, dude, we are on fire here, man.
Yeah,
we are on fire. I saw a back to school video, and it was really cute, and it ended up being from Sandy Hook.
And I saw that one. Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
Preparing for like school shootings. Like,
so my wife and I are gonna homeschool our kid.
I would too.
I'm actually like if you want to own a gun, that's fine, I guess. You know, I don't hunt, so I don't need a fucking gun. But
yeah, I'm the same. Like, I don't have a problem with guns, but like, how do you not look at like all these kids dying and be like, yeah, something's got to change.
Something's got to change. Like seriously, and it's like any form of like regulations they see as a loss, so they're instantly like, what? Take my guns away. It's like, dude, it's like everyone.
I mean, is there like I don't know a whole lot about guns in the States. Is there like not like regulation at all? Like, can you just go to Walmart and buy a gun?
There are some states that you just need a driver's license. That's all you need.
That's fucking.
My state, you have to do a background test. It's called a void card. I think we're one of the only states that does it. But we also have Chicago, who has like the worst gun crimes ever.
Yeah.
But like, you know, like when people go, the Democrats and the liberals, they want to take our guns away. It's like, dude, you had fucking 2 terms of Obama, and you also had Clinton, and we didn't take any guns away from you guys.
Yeah,
0. So like, I don't know. This is it. Like, I don't know if it's just because we're older and we're involved in politics now because we kind of just have to be like secondhandly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or what, but like this just seems like it's the most toxic election process ever.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm trying my heart. Like I know it's like there are people who are like, oh, people who don't follow politics are privileged or whatever. And I'm not saying that I don't follow politics because like I have better shit to do. I don't follow politics because I don't have the fucking mental capacity to keep up with all this shit.
No, I don't. Yeah, that's exactly
like,
why.
I've got like this Brexit shit going on, and then like I look to the States and there's just like all this Trump shit going on, and I look to like my home country and my prime minister in my home country is like wearing blackface, and it's like looking around like what the fuck is
going on?
Like, I don't get it. I just like,
was it blackface or was it he was supposed to be the dude from Arabian Nights? It was brownface, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the black and white photo was blackface, and then there's like the 2 other photos he was like, okay, yeah, he put on the makeup, but like he put the makeup on like his arms and his hands and shit too. Like
he went way out for that.
This was like something he planned and put effort into.
Honestly, I would just be like, it's not me, man. That's not me. I don't know who that is. I would just play fucking dumb.
That guy's black. I'm white. not me. Like you guys got it wrong.
He apologized on a plane. Like, oh my god, dude, Justin, come on, man. You kind of gave me hope.
Yeah,
I liked him.
He's I mean I voted for him, and like I voted for him because he was going to change like how like elections happen in Canada, and then he like didn't do that.
Do you guys have immigration problems in Canada?
We have. It depends on who you ask. Like we let a lot of like refugees in.
Yeah.
And like we let a ton of Syrian refugees in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people did not like that.
I think Italy was the largest country in Europe to bring in Syrian refugees.
Yeah.
So shout out to my people. But there's a huge Nazi movement in Italy right now. It's fucking weird. It's weird, especially, and it's all in southern Italy. So like I don't know if you know about like Sicily, which is where my family's from, because it's so like literally we've taken a boat out at night and you can see the lights from Africa, like it's right there. Yeah, it's so close. So Sicily was like ravaged by the Moors. So everyone like as you get like if like you go from northern Italy, everyone's white and blue eyes, but as you go south, everyone gets darker because Sicily's like a melting pot of like Turkish people, African people, Middle Eastern people. Actually, 23andMe said we were mostly Middle Eastern. Like our bloodline is. So
I'm 0.1% black apparently.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm like 9% Nigerian or some shit. Like some like really. And I asked Mr. Sushi if I can say the word, and he said no. So I respect.
Yeah, it was like I showed my one friend, my oldest friend, who's like half black, and I said I'm 0.1% black. Can I have the pass? And he like just dead-eyed me. I was like, okay, all right. I was just asking. It's better I ask than assume.
Yeah, just assume. But yeah, in Sicily, there's a huge Nazi movement going on, and like the people who are like the people who look like not like the people who are Nazis in Sicily would be discriminated against in the South here in the States. Like it's so weird. It's such a weird thing to look at.
I don't get Nazis.
I just don't get hate. I've never like my parents for like
I can get hating someone who like really fucked you over, but like to hate someone for like how does someone being black affect you, for example?
Doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah, so why would you hate anyone for that? Like
or like I went to a music festival with my two gay friends.
Yeah.
And we shared like a tent together, and when I came back, a couple of straight friends, and these are the same guys that would put a gay buffer between us at the movie theaters because you can't sit next to another straight guy.
Yeah,
that's gay. They're not my friends anymore to say, this. Like,
fair.
But they were like, "Yo, man, how are you like comfortable sleeping with two gay dudes?" And I was like, "They're just my bros, man. I like. There's nothing sexual going on. It's just other people. They just happen to be attracted." Like I think they were together. I think my two friends were dating. So it's like,
yeah, it's like they're gonna do stuff to each other.
Yeah, they're a couple.
Yeah,
I for as like hard as my parents are on me, they have always taught me never judge anyone for race, religion, sexual orientation, and their financial status. Like never,
yeah, exactly.
Never judge anyone. And then as a kid, because my parents are comfortable, but they're working class. As a kid, I got a little cocky, and they're like, "Hey, motherfucker, we have money. You don't. You don't got shit. You're like, you need to get your head out of your."
I remember, like, we were middle class, I guess you could say. But my parents were like really frugal, I guess you could say.
Oh, my parents were super frugal.
And I mean, and I still buy, like, when I was living there, I'd still buy clothes at like Walmart, and that was like, when you were a kid, like people were like, "Oh, you have Walmart clothes." It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, at least I'm not naked. Like, what?
And then there was one kid in like grade 5. He always gave me shit for it. And then one day I'm like, "What's your fucking problem, dude?" He's like, "Oh, well, my dad has like $1 million." I was like, "Okay, what do you have?" So my dad, we went to Disney World for March break. I was like, "Okay, did you like pay for it?" Like, I don't like, what's the flex here? Like,
I had to wear Walmart pants because I was so like, not to diss Walmart people, but I was so fat I wouldn't fit into anything else.
Yeah, I have a weird waist size and like leg size, so like I could only find my size at Walmart.
Yeah, it's so like I had to go to Walmart, and when I lost weight, I bought so much Supreme and Bape that like
I want a Supreme hat, but it's like so not my like brand. It would just look so like out of place on me.
You could do it. You
Just
can pull
do it,
off.
yeah.
Yeah, just fucking do it. I bought the entire Akira Supreme line. Like I just like fucking. I bought because
I wanted to buy that, but it was
Oh,
so
man.
like I just didn't
It's
have
so
the money.
expensive. It was
Yeah.
so expensive. And the only reason why I bought everything is because I had a bot set up and it accidentally bought everything. I only ordered like 2 shirts and the bot just went.
Fucking
And I was like, all right, cool. I have Supreme now. But like I always wanted to wear those clothes, but I just couldn't.
Yeah.
And now that I can,
Yeah.
I don't even fucking wear them. I wear Filippo shirts all the time. Like that's or hoodies because I think I love the way hoodies feel. You know?
I wear like I don't spend any more than like $5 on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Just
And-
like I only wear like plain like this was like $20 or something or whatever. This is like my most expensive piece of clothing that I own.
That's a really nice piece of clothing though.
It's a nice shirt.
That is
Yeah.
a sick shirt. Now if I
Yeah.
buy shirts, I'm like buying band t-shirts. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Oh yeah, I have a ton of band shirts. Yeah.
Like I bought Slayer recently.
Oh yeah.
Misfits shirt. I've been wearing that Misfits shirt in a couple of videos. Mayhem. I really like black metal like a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I was that weird kid in school who like every time there was like a speech report, I would do it on black metal. And the looks from the teachers are just like, ah, fucking satanic panic.
Yeah.
I fucking love black metal. I love how just it sounds so just gross. Like it's so
Yeah.
like especially like old school black metal. It's like not mixed at all. There's like hardly any bass in the fucking mix. It's good.
I'm not a big metal guy, but like I'm always open to like listening to new shit. So if you have any,
Well, who are your favorite bands?
what
do you like?
Easier to answer my favorite genres. So I like my 2 biggest genres are like punk and ska.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I've always been like going to ska shows, like doing ska dancing and shit.
I remember my favorite punk band was the Casualties growing up.
Yeah.
And I fucking wanted to spike my hair up and like just like those dudes are radical dudes.
Yeah. I've seen like Real Big Fish more times than I can count.
I fucking love Real Big Fish.
I'm seeing them again in November. But the cool thing about the UK too is like they have like a huge ska scene.
Dude,
like,
UK has the best scenes. Period. Like I'm really into jungle and grime and
drum
bass. It's huge there. Like not a lot of people knows, but I used to run a record label, and I ran it. I ran it for probably 4 years, and then the first artist I signed to it ended up taking it over just because I got so busy. I was like, I got married now with a kid. But we used to do shows in St. Louis every Monday, and we would call it the Dub Step is Dead tour. And we would bring like we didn't have like it's not like Skrillex type stuff, but like we brought Youngsta because UK has a radio station called Rinse FM.
Yeah.
And Youngsta has a show on there. Youngsta was one of the original guys who helped like push dubstep.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah.
We flew him out here. We've had Mala over here and Koki. We've had like some fucking legends, and it was a great fucking time. But almost all the artists on the label were from the UK.
Yeah.
So like, if I ever go to the UK, I'm gonna have to hit up like so many people just to say hi. But like, I've always loved punk music, and then I think I like the scene's attitude. Like when it comes to music, it's like the punk scene was like at a right time, and then when I got into drum and bass and dubstep, it had that same feel.
Yeah.
That same punkish feel.
That,
so I was like, I really like this. But yeah, dude, the record label took off. We did vinyl.
Oh wow.
We did vinyl and digital, but we did because dubstep fans, if it's on vinyl and it's like they want it only on vinyl, they like
yeah.
So we would do.
I never got into. I tried getting into dubstep, like I really did, but
I love it. It's I mean, and I
tried.
I used to DJ. You know, I would spin vinyl. I have.
Oh okay, yeah.
I have more vinyl records than I do manga.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like I have a huge record collection. It's all in my closet. I was trying to get my kid because she likes Mumford & Sons. And
really?
Yeah, my daughter loves. It's the only thing she likes: Mumford & Sons and Elvis. And we play it on the record player, and she'll walk up and press the button, and like get it to go, and she'll start dancing. So I was like, I was playing like old dubstep tunes, and she was just like, no, fuck this,
nope,
no. She hated it. Yeah, my kid, I think she's gonna. My kid likes Rancid a lot too.
Yeah, she's gonna turn out all right.
I think yeah, Rancid, dude. That's like one of the best bands of all time.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite band? Like period, besides Real Big Fish.
I guess I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna look at Spotify because it's gonna tell me who I listen to the most. Actually, a band I'm really into right now is like this pop punk band called Pup from Toronto.
Are they newer?
What's that? I think they're not. They're kind of new. I think. When are they? I think last couple of years maybe. And then I'm really into like a subgenre of punk music called folk punk, which is like acoustic punk basically.
Hell yeah.
And like you said, you commented on that one song that I posted the other day. It was like kind of rap, kind of punk. That's Chesky, who's like one of my all-time favorite like artists.
Have you heard of Foxing?
Foxing?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
I feel like you might like them. I'm into this new wave of emo music coming out.
Oh man, I love me emo music.
Oh my god, dude. But like
I've been trying to see the Front Bottoms live forever, and I can never like figure it out.
I can't ever go to shows because no one plays on a Monday or Tuesday. It's always Fridays and Saturdays here, so it's like we saw Bob Seger in January for my birthday. He played it on Monday, and Bob Seger's older, but he's one of my favorites. That was a good show. He's 70-something years old, so that dude did not move. He was like stationary, but he did a good job.
Sitting down.
I'm trying to think. I saw Destiny's Child in 4th grade. That's the best concert I think I've ever been to. I'm not even joking. I'm a huge Destiny's Child fan.
Yeah.
Like massive Destiny's Child. Also Aqua.
Oh yeah.
I'm like not
Aqua
joking.
was good. Yeah.
I know every line to their entire album with Barbie Girl.
I went through a phase in high school where I was like really into the music that was on Dance Dance Revolution.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So that was like all I listened to, like DDR music and like fucking Naruto openings on my MP3 player.
Dude. I am still like that. I'm like,
yeah.
What was it? On the way to lunch today, I played the premiere opening in the car, and my wife was like, "What the fuck is this? Turn this off. This is awful." I was like, "No, this is the best song ever."
Yeah, there'll be times like Chantel does not like the same music as me at all.
What does she like?
She likes like K-pop and like pop music. So it's like when we drove home from Wales, we had to like take turns listening to music. Like I could have listened to like, because like I like to like just play punk music, turn it up to full blast, and just drive while like tapping the steering wheel.
Is she into BTS?
I don't think so. She's like, no, she's not. We had this conversation the other day because I was like, oh, are you like, do you like BTS? And she is, I quote, into a second wave K-pop fan or something like that.
Okay.
So she likes like Hyuna and a couple other bands. Two NE1, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude.
So she's into all that, but she does not like ska and punk.
Oh.
At all. So, which is fine because like we live with her stepdad and her stepbrother, and her stepbrother's really into ska and punk. So we go to like shows all the time.
So are you close with her family?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's fucking
awesome. I'd say so at least. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to shows with her brother. That's gotta be pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he's letting me live here rent free.
That's pretty cool. So they must actually like you.
I would hope.
And what is not to like?
Yeah. Well,
you're funny. You're handsome. Do you like Operation Ivy?
Sounds familiar.
I think it's the band before Rancid.
So if I see it on, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's like what me and my friends would listen to while we skateboarded back in the day.
I've tried so hard to skateboard, but
I can't now. My fucking wife bought me. I don't know if you can see it. She bought me a deck.
And, I saw that. Yeah. Oh, it's cool.
And
yeah, I
fucking ollied. And then I went to ollie onto our parking block and grind it, and I just fucking wiped out. And she was like, "No, don't get back on it."
Yeah, like, the first time I ever skateboarded, I like fractured my wrist. So I was like, "All right, never mind." It was my fault because like I bought like a shitty I got a Walmart skateboard for Christmas one year, and we went to like a skate park, and I thought, yeah, this will be exactly like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, and it was not at all. Like I was like, I'll go up on this big fucking drop that's like this, and it'll be fine. And no,
dude, the first time I ever dropped in on a ramp, I think I hit my head on the back of the because if like you don't know, you're just like, I'm just gonna go down and go, but you have to like go with it. You have to like move your body. So I just was stiff and I went poof, just hit the back of my head. I think I gave myself a concussion.
It's exactly what happened to me. Like I went down and I thought it was gonna be like it would go with like you would just go with it, but
nope.
The skateboard bait. I got there and it was like, in like the Coyote and Roadrunner when he like blows up a cliff and it falls down and then he stays there and then he falls down. It was exactly like that.
So Zach, for the people watching, because it's probably gonna be our fucking friends watching.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't even be like, tell them about yourself.
Yeah.
Especially 2 hours into the podcast.
Is it real? Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, we've been talking for 2 hours. Yeah, dude, this has been one of my. I say this every time. Honestly, no offense to the Dadcast, I like doing these more than the Dadcast.
I was wondering if like you guys split up or something because I see Jin and Mike do the Dadcast every now and again.
Yeah, you see that? You see that too? Yeah.
That's a no-no.
I mean, they're gonna see this, and I talked to them about this, but
yeah,
the original idea for my channel was just to do this.
Yeah,
and I like doing this a lot because it actually I set a time aside to talk to friends or I'll talk to like industry people, and I that's actually opened
by the way, like that one you had with Justin Savekas was like fucking great because like I've been following him forever.
Yeah, and like he's so nice.
He's like the nicest guy.
We talked another 45 minutes off air.
Oh wow!
And right afterwards, he followed me on Twitter, and then a bunch of like other people involved with Discotech followed me on Twitter. I think I'm having Zach Birchie, Daryl Surratt, who does Anime World Order podcast and writes for Otaku USA. I'm having Holden McNeely of Wizard and the Bruiser.
Oh wow!
So I have a couple things. I have a couple more guests I can't talk about either, just because I don't want to jinx it.
I was like, how do I follow Justin Savekas and what's the first one? I can't remember his name.
Robert Moorhead.
Yeah. It's like, how do I follow those guys?
Yeah. Well, my goal, like, even though Joe Rogan can be kind of a controversial topic, I want it to be like the Joe Rogan podcast of anime and manga. Like, have an industry person on, and then a friend, and then industry person, and then a friend.
Fair. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, those two. Robert again told me 40. He's like, I have 45 minutes, and we ended up talking for like an hour and a half. And then Justin.
That was funny. He was like using an animation cell to like hold his door open.
Yeah, I was just like, dude, that's like worth probably thousands of dollars, and you just
like, that is gold.
Like, put that on a wall. Justin again. I was really nervous going in because Discotech is my favorite company.
Yeah.
And also Answer Man. I did not like. I felt so embarrassed. I didn't know he created Anime News Network.
I didn't either.
So like, when he said that, I was like, wait, what? Like, I think if like you watch it back, like my eyes go.
Like, yeah, you're like, oh yeah, wow.
And he was like, yeah, that's me. But Justin was so nice, and
yeah,
we've talked on Twitter probably almost every day since that podcast. Like he's he's super kind. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely want to. He said he's gonna be on again, so I definitely want to have him on before the year's over. But next time it's gonna be we're not gonna talk about anime or manga because I think we're gonna talk about his other hobbies.
Cool.
But yeah, dude, this has been So I wanted to do this, and then I don't know what's up, but Mike and Jin have been doing streams without me for months now, and don't invite me until I called them out on it. I was like, guys, you guys don't invite me.
I was gonna say like they must have control of the channel or something because like I don't know.
I think before the Dadcast moved to its own channel because I got a stream strike for 90 days for playing like a Super Sentai clip, like a fucking 8-second Super Sentai clip. They would just stream on Mike's channel or Jin's channel.
Yeah.
But now they'll do like full Otaku Dadcast episodes without me. And so
okay.
I don't know. I've been thinking about maybe just. They're gonna hear this. I'm gonna talk to them tonight. This isn't going up tonight. This will go up probably Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about
They don't edit it until you.
I'm thinking about just dropping out of the Deckcast.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
mean, your solo podcast is seeming to take off.
It's not just that reason alone. It's just I just, dude, every Monday I don't know. Jen told me I don't put enough effort into the Dadcast, and it's like I've dropped family get-togethers. I've put a lot of stuff on hold to do the Dadcast every night.
At the risk of pissing Mike and Jen off, and I love those guys, like they're funny dudes, but like the times I have watched the Otaku Dadcast, it was pretty much like watching FlipCast. Like it was like you carrying the entire podcast kind of thing.
I mean, and I don't like. I've had people tell me that, and I don't feel like that.
Yeah,
because they're my friends. But I paid for logos. To be made that they don't use. I don't know why they don't use them. Mike created his own after I paid for like $40 worth of logos to be made. They're like, well, you never schedule guests. I've never scheduled a single guest except for Lightus was in the comments one day, like in chat. And I was like, Lightus, come on the podcast. And I was like, I don't have Twitter, so message those two, and those two took care of it. I paid for the premium service of StreamYard that they use. So, I mean, I feel like I've done quite a fair
it's a bit much to say that you don't put anything in.
Well, yeah, that's just what I mean. This is going to go up after I talk to him tonight about this. So,
hey guys,
Geekstone was having a stream, and someone asked something about the FlipCast, and I just wrote, yeah, I enjoy it. I think I'm going to focus on the FlipCast moving forward. Meaning like content wise on my channel, I'm still going to have like manga first impression stuff, but like don't be surprised if it's mostly FlipCast stuff because I love doing this.
Right.
And Jen instantly texted me. He must have been watching and was just like, wow. So I was. Yeah. I mean, it just. I
don't know.
Dude. And just. I don't want to shit talk them because they're my buddies, but.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything
more. After that, I felt really disrespected. Yeah,
I would. Yeah. There's a lot of drama on YouTube sometimes.
Dude, I fucking hate it. That's why I like you guys from England, because you guys don't. I don't know, dude. The American dude.
We make fun of the drama. Like we'll just look at it.
Like
this fucking dumb.
Like Brian, I used to think Brian was a douchebag until I actually spoke to him one-on-one, and I was like, this is one of the nicest fucking dudes ever.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He sent me an invite to his wedding, and
Did he really?
Yeah, he was like, "Come."
Wow.
And I was like, I can't. I gotta work. So I think I sent him some cash and was like, "Go have a nice.
Oh yeah, okay.
Go have a nice dinner on me." Brian's a really good guy. I like mostly everybody in this community except for three people.
I know. I think I know what three you're talking about. Yeah, they're kind of something else.
It's just. I don't know, like, I did do something stupid a year ago,
Was this that one impromptu, really fun podcast you had? That one?
Oh, night? Yeah. I did something stupid, and I regret it, and I definitely have paid dividends.
Show me one person who hasn't done something fucking stupid.
Yeah, and honestly, it was a miscommunication, it was... I, even before, like, probably a year before we even did that podcast, I felt so bad, I was like, I messaged a dude and I was like, I will send you all of Ultimate Muscle for free. Like, I feel awful that this happened. Like, and I waited a month after the whole thing was resolved to like reach out because I wanted to like calm things down.
Mm-hmm.
But the person told me and told Shaman, hey, there's no animosity between us, and that podcast still happened. So, but I'm actually glad we did the podcast because he wanted to do it.
It was really fun. Like I watched it like twice just because it was so interesting, just funny.
He wanted to do it on Discord privately, just me and him, and he would record it. So I thought that was a little weird.
Just a bit, yeah.
So I was like, we're gonna stream it.
Yeah.
Stream it and go live. And I know that they watch my content because I'll say stuff, and then the next manga alert, they reference something I said or something that
I never have watched the manga alert. Ever.
Watch
I know it's like one of the manga podcasts out there, but I've never watched it.
I think
they probably shit talk about me though. Now that I think about it, but
I mean maybe. I mean Gear Gear's the only talented one out of those dudes. I think
I like his videos. I
yeah,
follow him on Twitter too. He's a funny guy.
Gear is fucking hilarious, and he's the only one that apologized to Mike.
Yeah,
Gear. I mean, Gear said he was sorry. You know, so respect to Gear. I still like Gear. But yeah, dude, too much drama, especially since I mean, you can tell who's older and who's not. You know what I mean? You can tell who has like, there's a difference between being in college and being like a working adult, and you can tell who's a working adult.
I get 2 hours a night to myself. I'm not fucking wasting it on this.
Yeah, I get like literally 20 minutes, maybe. Like the FlipCast is the most time I've had to myself. And this is why I like doing this, is because I want to like
chill out for a bit. Yeah,
just chill out for a bit. I mean, there's like my work schedule, my life schedule is so fucking bananas. It's so off the rail. Like I get up Wednesdays and Thursdays at 8:30 in the morning, and I get home at 1 or 2 in the morning.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and I get like maybe a 30-minute break in there where I'll like run home. My wife will usually make me like something healthy, and I'll see my daughter before she goes to bed, and I'll eat dinner with my wife, and then I'll go right back to work. And I work about 80 hours in 5 days. Is like the usual. Is the usual, and then Mondays. Yeah. And then, you have errands to run, especially when you have a kid. You have doctor's appointments, so it's like go, 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 go.
I'm going to stop complaining then, because like I work 40, 45 hours a week at most. And like I'm like, how do adults like fucking run errands and work?
Dude, it sucks.
It's like,
it's I mean, but then again, like, we could pay out some extra help, but like that's just money down the drain for someone that's not going to, like, especially since like we're all, like, my family, it's me, my mom, my dad there every day. I'm the second one there. My dad's the first one there because he's an early bird. He gets there at like 7 in the morning. Dude,
I don't know any like dad that sleeps in past 7.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why do dads?
I don't know.
and then I'm the last one to leave because I gotta like mop. We have a very clean restaurant. I clean all the equipment every night. I mop, scrub the toilets, every single night. So it's just like, it's go, 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 and then I have like maybe a couple hours on a Monday. Only reason why this is going so long is just because I literally have the whole day blacked out except for 4:10, which is 3:10. So in 1 hour, oh man, I'm so nervous now. Fuck, I don't want to get I don't want to get cut. Oh man, dude, I'm gonna fucking. But yeah, dude, this MangaTube community is pretty cool overall.
Man, like I change hobbies. Like I change shirts.
Yeah, me too.
Like a fucking year ago, I was like making a game, and like a year before that, I was like trying to start a business. It's like
I went through a phase where I collected old out of print card games for whatever fucking reason. Cool, so there's this game called White. Like this is just like this old, like this really nice card stock. This actually holds up super well.
Yeah, that looks nice. Wow.
Just shitty. Like just I change hobbies like I change shirts, but anime and manga has been the longest.
Yeah. And then, like, I don't even remember how I found manga. Like, I was so pissed off when, like, when the whole Crunchyroll thing kind of blew up. And then I started writing for J-List for a bit.
Oh, really?
And that's another story I'll tell you later. No, J-List was great, though, actually, because, like, I knew one of the guys that ran it. And he's like, yeah, come write for me. So I did. And then it just kind of fizzled out because, like, I just ran out of shit to write about. And then, like, I think Alex was probably just doing like a follow bomb on Twitter or something. And I was like, oh, people are making manga videos on YouTube. Cool. And then like Callum followed me and Hannah followed me and like just all these other, like I think you did and like a million other people did. I was like, I'm going to try making videos and see where that goes. And this is the longest I've ever like stuck with something, I think.
Yeah. Callum's amazing.
He's a good guy. We started a podcast.
Actually. I know. I
shamelessly plugged my podcast that came out today.
Yeah, guys, go. Actually, literally, look. This is the last thing. It's the last thing I clicked on. Like, if you go to my history, it's the last thing I clicked on because I wanted to have it in my history so I can watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Callum did a podcast with me, and it got lost.
Yeah, fuck. I was really looking forward to that too. He's like, yeah, I'm on the podcast with Flip. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a fun one.
Callum, if you're watching this, I need you back on, dude. Like for real. Like
call him. I think he's at work. Call him at work.
I fucking love you, man. We had also. I think the second time around with guests are better because the chemistry's already there.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, if you ever run out of guests.
No, I'm gonna have you guys on regularly. Yeah. I would love to have like Callum, you, Alex, just rotating in all the time.
I will just name the day and time.
Well, let's do one in October, dude. Let's do one in
October. All right, yeah, let's do it. Except the last weekend of October because I'm going to a convention.
Where are you going?
MCM London.
What is that? Minecraft Monday?
Something comics, something. It's like British Comic Con basically.
Cool. So, nice, dude. Have fun. Be safe.
I'm not cosplaying because I don't want to cosplay. I can cosplay the CRT guy from Steins Gate or Saitama. That's it.
No, you could. I could see you cosplaying as something else. I'm trying to think. Maybe Mika.
What's the guy from Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z? He's got like the hat that has like the horns on it. He's got like the beard too.
Dr. Satan? Mr. Satan?
Is that it? I think that might be it. No, fuck. What's his name? Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. Literally Googling DBZ character beard. It's just like all pictures of like Goku with a beard. Okay. I don't remember his name. I'll look it up later. Oh no, here we go. Oh, King Yema, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. My 3 rotation of cosplays, yeah. Ellie is cosplaying as Asuka though, which I'm
really
secretly looking forward to.
Just don't
She's like, I want to cosplay as Asuka. I was like, all right, I've already ordered the costume.
Just don't murder her or do anything awful to her.
Don't do the. Well, we're gonna recreate the end of Evangelion on the beach.
Dude. Oh man, that is a bad cosplay.
No, not that far. Not that far.
Well, dude, let's go ahead and wrap it up. It's been 2 hours and 10 minutes, and I still want to talk to you off air about some stuff. So
yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and go subscribe to Zach at Uchuu Shelf. He has got a podcast with On the Shelf.
Yep.
Between Two Shelves. Is that a callback to Between Two Ferns?
No, we called it Between the Shelves. We were like talking for hours about what the hell we were gonna call this, and because we just both have shelf in our name, we're like, it's a conversation between two shelves. So. And
the animation. How do you do that? Like, do you do all that?
Yeah, I did that. Yeah.
That's fucking good, dude.
Thanks,
Zach is seriously, and I'm not just saying this because he's my guest. I told Alex this when he was on our podcast.
I've been looping that little clip. It's like every time I feel like down about myself, I go back and listen to that.
Zach is my favorite person on YouTube, like hands down. He is the funniest fucking guy. No one makes me laugh out loud usually. But every time I watch one of Zach's videos, I am laughing, and he needs more subs. So if you see this, go sub to him. I'll put his link. Yes. I'll put a link to his channel down below, and go watch his new podcast. Is it on your channel?
It's on both our channels, and then it's on Spotify as well.
Oh, nice. Which I need to move the FlipCast to that too.
I'll help you with that if you want.
Thank you.
It's a pain in the ass.
Thank
you. It took me like 2 hours to figure out how the fuck to do it. It was so stupid.
Well, thank you, buddy. And guys, seriously, go sub to him. Zach is the funniest dude making videos, and his content's really good. He's very well. Do you pre-write stuff?
Sometimes.
Because everything seems so concise.
I have a lot of my reviews. This feels like cheating, but I've taken my old blog posts and I'm just turning into videos.
That's fine. It's still your fucking content.
So those ones, some of them, a lot of them, because I'm really shitty at talking off the top of my head, so I do like write out notes. Okay. But yeah, for the most part, some of them are written, some of them are just like jotted down.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, buddy.
Thanks for having me, man.
We will see you. I'll see you guys next time. I think next episode I'll have Zach Birchie on. So.
Yeah, I feel better too. By the way.
Yeah, thank you. If guys, if I don't have videos up for the next like week, other than the 2 that I have pre-recorded, I'm sorry. This is just I'm gonna feel like shit. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time.